Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is RedSunGamer, Son of a Podcast, episode 65. I am DJmizuhara and I am in Nagoya. Today's date is October 11th, 2014. And with me I have Cheesemeister.
What up?
What up? Welcome back, sir.
I'm here.
We are recording again.
Yeah, we are.
Podcast is rolling. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to be back. The podcast we did at TGS kind of gave me the bug and kind of made me want to start again. So thanks for coming back.
You're welcome.
We have a new host.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, who are you?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Sure.
I think I'm Chris.
You
but
are.
I always name myself Nihongo on all my videos.
Why?
I don't know, Chris.
Are you Japanese?
No.
No.
I'm not, and also I'm not the Japanese language. I actually name myself the Japanese language.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you know all of the language.
I've read some of it.
Are you a dictionary?
If only I were.
No.
Then my life would just be so much easier.
Tell
I wouldn't
me
have to
about
carry one.
Nihongo dekimasu ka?
Ma dekiru.
Mama.
Mama dekiru.
Ma dekiru.
Ganbatte ne.
Mada.
Right, okay.
So yeah, no, you can call me Chris, or you can call me Nihongo, or Nihongo Gamer. You can call me anything you like, really.
Alrighty, I'm going to call you Chris.
Good, go for it.
That's easier.
Surely we can come up with a better name for you.
What about Chris? Chris-san.
But I think it's the re that comes out the longest. It's always Chris. It's Chris.
That's what you do to paper.
That's what you do. That's what you do with paper. Yeah.
Well, so
you know how Japanese.
So we're going to call him
origami.
Kami. There you go.
Kami.
Paper,
Kami.
right? Paper.
I don't follow you. You mean from Street Fighter?
No, he just said that's what crease, like folding
Like crease.
paper, right? Crease.
Yeah.
And paper
Yeah.
in Japanese is kami. Hey,
I
you
get
got
you.
it! Congratulations! Whee.
You know what? Yeah, you could call me that, and then I would feel good because kami also means God.
Yeah, God also means hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it does
does.
also mean.
So you can remember yourself as maybe God wears paper hair.
It also
Yeah.
means up.
There you go.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the
That's
readings
interesting.
for up is kami.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. I think there's one word that you have to know in Japanese, which is yaru. You look that up in the dictionary, and it has about 30 different definitions.
Right, it's basically to do.
To do, yeah.
You know. Which doesn't really help unless you have context.
Is this the Japanese language podcast or is this video games?
Yeah, we need to talk about games.
Japanese games.
Japanese, yes. This is the podcast about games and Japanese games and Japan.
Yeah, sounds good.
Welcome. I've been drinking
Well,
Monster
thanks for having me
Energy,
on.
some of
Thanks
it
for having
weird.
me on the show as well. I'm quite excited about this.
Yeah, as long as you don't sit there all quiet and like a deer in headlights, it's all good. Don't be giving me the finger.
That doesn't really come out on the podcast as well. All the hand gestures.
No, it doesn't. Stop being an English teacher. So anyway, Chris, welcome to RedSunGamer episode 65. Today on October 11th, Nintendo decided to release another 3DS.
Woo!
But
So-
it's
Sort
not
of
called
happy.
another 3DS, is it?
It's called another 3DS, yeah.
And what's it called?
It's called New Nintendo 3DS.
But what about when it stops being new?
It'll be new.
So it's like, what happened to New Super Mario Brothers? That's not new anymore, is it?
No,
Actually, it is, isn't it? It's still called New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, but it's not really new.
Oh no, you're
anymore,
right.
is it?
Actually, it's Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Land. That's how they distinguish between the two, don't they?
I think he's trying to make a joke though with the new thing.
So it's like, do we just keep on adding news to the
Yeah,
prefix?
new. Turn into a song soon.
I think you just do what they did with Love Plus. You got Love Plus, New Love Plus, and just New Love Plus Plus.
And
Is Isn't that a programming language?
Go hang myself.
Yeah, well, soon we'll have new Love Plus Sharp and new Love
Sweet.
Plus .asp, or who knows.
I'm going to go camp out now.
I thought you were already there. No?
You got me. You got me.
I got you. Yep, I saw you. Anyways, let's talk about Nintendo's new 3DS. So, who got one?
Ooh.
Me.
Is that an audio sound of hands raised?
Ooh.
Me.
Hi.
Yeah. All right, this podcast sounds nuts. It's great. So yeah, okay. So you got a 3DS. So I got the regular size one, the small one, I guess,
Why would you do that?
because of cover plates.
Face plates?
Cover plates, I'm gonna call them, because it's not really the face, is it? I don't know.
Well, what does it say on the packaging?
Cover.
No, seriously, is that what it says?
Cover. I'm pretty sure it's Chris, you've got the cover in front of you,
We've got
right?
a cover right here.
Look at it.
It says cover plates.
There you go.
Okay, cover plates.
Cover plates.
Cover plates.
Yes. Cover plates.
And in Japanese, they call them like kind of change clothes plates.
Oh, yeah, kisekai.
Kisekai. I wouldn't mind.
Kisekai.
Yeah. So that's why, because I'm into customization. I hate stuff that looks like everything else. I don't like my cell phone. I don't like it to look like everybody else's phone. It really annoys me to have stuff that looks like everybody else's. So I like to be able to customize stuff. So instead of buying one, cover plate, I bought 3 cover plates so I can do hybrids and change it and just do.
And how much did that run you?
Points are an amazing thing, aren't they?
No, what's the retail value of those cover plates?
The cover plates, well, 2 of the cover plates are about $15 each, and they're for the regular plastic ones. Well, they're all actually plastic, but
Oh, gee.
but-
So they're worth about 10 cents of plastic?
probably. But they've got Mario on them, so it makes it all worth it.
That instantly raises the value to $15, right?
Yes, and these are. It's not just plastic; it's embossed plastic.
Oh, sign me up. No.
So I got the black embossed and the white embossed cover plates. Then I went absolutely nuts and then bought
An actual color one.
an actual. No, I
it
wouldn't
also
say
black?
color. No, it's grey. Wow,
So you're excited that your 3DS is going to be different.
black, white, and grey. Okay, call me
The
old.
only ones you chose were black and white.
Call
and
me
grey.
old. Get lost now. But
Yeah, gotta customize your new 3DS in colorful black, white, and gray.
but this grey one, it's not just grey. This has an actual texture to it. It's like suede.
Shouldn't it be blue then?
Shoes? No.
Then you could play on your blue suede 3DS.
I don't want to play on my blue suede 3DS. I want to play on my grey suede 3DS
Okay.
with Mario and Koopas and Bullet Bill on it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's suede or felt. So
Did you know that the Japanese name of Bullet Bill is Killer?
Really?
Yeah,
Kilowatt.
just Killer.
Excellent. That's better.
Yeah.
That's better than my view. Anyway, yeah, so I'm saying this is a sexy looking machine with the faceplates on.
But hang on. The felt plates.
Yes.
Does it get sweaty? I just imagine it's going to get
Any
sweaty.
sweat stains?
Well,
soak in
it's a
and-
good thing that I
Suede
don't
protection spray.
I don't have that affliction. I don't get sweaty palms while playing video games.
You don't?
I'm pretty awesome when it comes to non-sweaty palms when playing video games. I get sweaty armpits, and it's a good job I don't play my 3DS with my armpits because, damn, it would need to be in a Ziploc bag because it would be wet. No, it doesn't. I'm really exaggerating, but okay. No, I don't suffer from sweaty palms, so I'm okay. The only thing I'm worried about is my kids getting hold of it.
Oh, yeah.
Kids, they don't always wash their hands. especially after eating like candy and stuff. So I'm hoping like one day I don't come home and it's like, I don't know, like stuff is stuck all over it.
I think it's an actual rule. If you're a child, if you wash your hands, then you'll get kicked out of the Line groups or the Facebook groups, and you won't have any friends.
Say
It's
what?
like a form of bullying. It's like an official rule when you're a child. Don't wash your hands.
Oh really?
Yeah, you'd be
never
shunned
heard
by
of
the
this.
children.
We didn't have Facebook when I was a child.
I can't explain that.
You can say that I'm really young.
Are you calling us old?
He's calling us old. He's calling us old. He's calling us old right now.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Get off this podcast. Anyways,
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
goodbye. You are the youngest sapling.
I had the sweatiest palms as
Go
well,
away.
apparently.
Yeah, so I don't suffer with it, so I'm okay with it, and
Okay.
I'm really happy with it. This is a real sexy looking machine. They have a wood veneer, and that's also $30 as well.
Yeah, I did see that.
And
That looked really...
Wait, 3,000 yen?
Yes, $30. It's 3,000 yen. Yes, $30.
Well, the exchange rate has changed recently. It's up to like 109.
You didn't see these cover plates in the store when you went to pick up your machine?
No, I did not.
Okay. So yeah, there's a wood veneer, and that's also $30 as well.
Is it actual wood?
No, it's plastic to make look like wood.
So, would you pay for a
No,
wood
I
cover
wouldn't.
plate?
I don't want wood. I don't want wood in my pocket. I already suffered that too much.
How much would you pay for one?
No, I wouldn't, because I don't.
You wouldn't?
I got tight pants, man. I can't have a 3DS in my pants. That's wood. That's wrong. That's double wood.
Well, would you or wouldn't you?
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't?
No. We need to stop this. This is nuts.
Well,
Who's been on the acid? Anyways, so I take it cheesy. I shouldn't call you cheesy, should I? I should call you Cheesemeister.
that's my actual screen name.
Yeah, I should call you Meister. I'm going to call you 3K just to piss you off.
I know
No.
where you live.
I live in a world of my own. So I take it you didn't buy this regular small
No, why would I do that? That's insane.
because it's sensible and it's cheaper. You save some money and you can buy faceplates with that money that you save.
But
See?
how would I play it with my ginormous hands?
Oh, you've got Hulk hands.
Yeah,
Hulk smash.
right. It's like I don't want to go Hulk smash on a delicate piece of hardware.
If you bought the LL, then which one did you go for? What color?
Black.
Black.
Why?
Because
Is that not a
okay,
fingerprint magnet?
yeah, there's that. And
So you
furthermore,
you
if-
like fingerprints.
if you're like me and you just throw it in your bag and carry it with you wherever, your man bag.
Is that a fanny pack?
It's not a fanny pack, and I know what you're insinuating.
You're gonna put wood in your fanny pack?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I had to say
Martin,
that.
by the way, for those of you playing along at home, is from Great Britain, where fanny doesn't mean fanny. It means something else.
It means front bottom.
Yeah, so when you wear a fanny pack in America and someone British is within earshot, they're going to start snickering.
Hee hee hee. We got two of us now. Double fanny.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true. I am a Brit as well.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I think it's the defining quality of British people, actually. We're just always sorry
Yeah, no, we always apologise, don't we?
about everything.
It's wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Cheesy. Nice.
I don't know. I was partial to Clue myself,
Who?
but you guys call it Cluedo, don't you?
Yes.
See, I don't know where you get off calling it Cluedo. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not even a word.
Dough is a word.
Doh, D''OH, is a new word that was put into the dictionary based on
Which dictionary? The Oxford
I
Dictionary.
believe it is in Oxford now. Yeah.
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's in the
Where
Oxford
is
Dictionary.
Oxford out of interest?
I think it's in Oxford.
It's in England, right?
No.
Land of Cluedo.
No, I don't.
Don't confuse him. Anyways, come on, let's talk about 3DS.
Okay,
not
so
Oxford
I
dictionaries.
just normally throw my 3DS in my man bag.
Mm-hmm.
And having had a white 3DS LL for the past 2 years.
Yes, I can attest to that.
Yeah, it
walking
got
around with
rather grubby,
walking around TGS with it.
scratched, and all sorts of eyesores across its exterior. It's just really nothing nice to look at anymore. And
But the LL has some really nice like plastic covers. The old one.
yeah, I didn't splurge on any fancy accessories.
Why?
You just wouldn't.
I'm not too fussed about minor cosmetic damage because I'm not going to be real selling it anyway. I'm going to be keeping it. So,
Actually, I did sell my old 3DS to get my LL, actually.
yeah, and you can't really do that because in order to transfer your data, you have to have both systems there in front of you.
I think I had to do the transfer, and then once I'd done the transfer, I brought the other one in.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I'm not planning on selling it, but in order to avoid any sort of cosmetic eyesores, I went with black, which looks cooler anyway.
So
Not the Monster Hunter
What colors do you
Ultimate.
have? What choice do you have?
There's metallic black and metallic blue, I believe.
Okay. So those machines, those aren't any bigger than the actual LL that's currently available, right? The regular LL.
I believe they're about the same size.
Hmm.
I would compare them, but the new 3DS LL is still in its box.
It's still in the box.
Still
Why?
its box.
Mm-hmm. It's still in the box.
Why?
Because I'm still doing memory card feng shui here.
Ah, okay. So that's something that we'll get into a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So
Are you not a Monster Hunter though? There was the Monster Hunter limited edition LL that I saw in the shop as well today.
I really don't care about Monster Hunter at all.
Oh well, then fair enough then.
Yeah. Everyone in line was there for Monster Hunter, it seemed.
It's true.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point. Yeah.
can you go through where and when you picked it up? Like
Yeah.
you just said there was a line. So how many people were in line?
Oh, gee, there must have been 120 people in line by the time the store
What?
opened. Yeah.
What?
is
There were
it.
10 outside my shop.
This is at Soft Map Kyoto, so...
Oh.
Okay, so you walked in there. Did you just pick up the machine and that's it? No
Yeah.
games, nothing,
No games, just the hardware.
just the hardware. Okay.
I wanted to get another micro SD card, but they didn't have the one I wanted, so...
Just buy all that stuff on Amazon. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I think so.
Never buy anything like that in the store because they just rip you off.
Right.
No,
So-
just buy that on Amazon. It's like
Yeah.
it's about $20, $25 at max for like a 64 meg card.
Well, I don't need 64. I'm at 10.7 right now.
Yeah, you don't want 64 because damn, when you need to transfer that again, oh my god, you need a week off.
Yeah, I know. It's.
I gotta take
Going to
vacation. Why you need a week off? What are you doing? 3DS transfers. Huh?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. In fact.
Okay, good. We'll get that's coming.
Yeah.
That's
So
Now that I've heard that horror story, I might delete my games off my card before I do the transfer.
I don't think that will save you any time.
Oh no?
No, because re-downloading them entirely. Well, isn't that when you do the
Oh.
transfer? I don't know. Re-downloading them individually would be doing it manually when the transfer will basically.
I guess
do
it depends on
automatically.
how many games you've got though, right?
Yeah, it does.
So okay, I'm gonna ask. So you bought yours today. What time did the store open? Cheesy.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Chris, what time did you pick yours up?
My shop opened early just for Monster Hunter and 3DS, so it was 9:30 today.
What is that? What kind of store was it?
It's a Wonder Goo.
Oh, I went to Wonder Goo yesterday,
Oh, yeah?
and it had a big TV on, and the TV had breasts.
Oh really?
True story. I tweeted it.
I wish I had seen that. No, Wonder Goo. Our Wonder Goo just had Monster Hunter on TVs. But there were only about 10 people outside the shop, and when the shop actually opened, yeah, there was not really that much of a queue, and anyone who was in the queue was buying Monster Hunter, not the 3DS.
Okay.
Except for 2 people that picked up the limited edition Monster Hunter 3DS.
Ah.
They
So
looked
that
pretty
would
keen
be-
on that.
That would be you.
Actually, I didn't pick it up. I just picked up the regular white small 3DS.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I
you
didn't get it for the
six.
plates. Actually, I think I like the cover plates, but I really bought it because it has colorful Super Famicom X, Y, A, B buttons.
See, that's what gets me. It's like I really wanted the Super Famicom colored buttons,
Yeah,
but I just get the drab buttons with colored letters
I
only.
know. I think that's such a shame.
I mean, I'm halfway tempted to send this thing into the Nintendo Customer Service Center and have them switch out the buttons for me.
Hang on a minute. Aren't the buttons smaller on the smaller unit though?
Are they? I don't even know.
I think they might be. I might do it. I might compare. Actually, I'm going to walk over and compare my small 3DS to my. Got it in hand.
Are the buttons any different in size?
Oh no. They might be. They look like they might just be slightly smaller.
I know what you should do, Cheesy. Just buy the white small one and then
Open them up,
open it
swap
up, do
them
it,
out
and then,
myself.
and then take it back to the store.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled with that.
No, they probably won't know. Just find an old guy in a store and sell it back to the old guy who just looks at it and goes, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, sounds like a great plan. Thanks.
It worked for me.
Okay.
I got my 3DS yesterday. Not on the 11th.
How did you do a flying get on that?
Not on the 11th. On the 10th, I went to a store and found the oldest guy I could possibly find. And you find the oldest guy you find, who knows nothing. And then you say, then he
You
looks
told
at
him
it.
that it came out yesterday.
Well, no, they had a display box on it, and it had it said like it's not out yet. So I took the sticker off. Went to the old guy.
So fraud then.
Is it? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. I'll admit it. Yeah. So I walked to the store. I took I took the sticker off saying it's not out yet. I walked up to it and I said, "Arimasu?" And he went, "Yeah."
Okay.
And
Great story. Thanks for sharing.
what do you mean? He said, "Yeah," and he went to ring it through the register and it didn't go through.
Well,
And he said-
obviously.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I went, oh, crap, I'm going to get done now. And he said to find out that it's not for sale until tomorrow. He went, "Chotomate." And he turned around, he picked up a copy of Famitsu, and Famitsu lists prices,
Date.
right?
Yeah.
Oh no way!
And he looked in the Famitsu, and he looked at the price for it, and then he just manually put the price in and went, "There you go, you can have it."
That
And I went,
is-
"Win!"
that's intense.
And then what was weird, he gave me the 3DS with the white one. I got the white one. And I asked for a copy of Monster Hunter, and he said no.
Because that is in the system, right?
Yeah, that was in the system. And he said, "No, sorry, that's not. You can't have that until tomorrow." And I was like, "Damn." So I got the hardware, but I couldn't get the software. And then I asked him, did he get any cover plates?
Yeah.
And he said, no, Nintendo didn't send his store any cover
What?
plates. So I was like, okay. So I went walking around a few stores in the area to find some cover plates, and none of them would sell them to me. And
course
then
not.
I got to Yamada Denki, and Yamada Denki sold everything. Other than the actual hardware, the 3DS itself and Monster Hunter, but everything else, all the accessories, all the Monster Hunter accessories, the boxes and cases and whatever.
Yeah, I
They
think
sold-
that varies by retailer, even in the U.S.
Yeah, they just sold all of the accessories. So I picked up picked up the charger, the base charger that your 3DS sits in. I got the lovely mint green one.
Oh, you managed to get that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't have it at the Wonder Goo, and I just assumed that it just wasn't released yet or something.
Never assume.
I should never assume.
No, assuming is the biggest F up. Right, now, yeah, so I got that, and I got my cover plates. So, yeah, so I got it a day early. didn't get home till like 11 o'clock at night. And that's where the fun and game started, because when I took it out the box, I did an unboxing video and I put it on the YouTube channel, and it's already hit like 32,000 views in 17 hours, which is kind of nuts.
If I'm not mistaken, your PS Vita TV video was also probably the very first one. Because if I'm not mistaken, did you get that before, like at midnight? You got it.
I went to another store I go to, and they normally sell stuff at midnight. Basically, like 1 minute after midnight, they'll start selling stuff.
Ina,
yeah.
That'd be nice.
That's how I got the Vita TV. Now PlayStation TV.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Train of thoughts. You've just derailed my train of thought.
So you got all your accessories.
Yes, I got all my accessories. Thank you very much. And I got home, and I said that's where the fun and game started. It did, because when I tried to do the update, because it needed a new firmware, it wouldn't. It failed like 6 times.
Is that because they didn't even put it on the server? I don't think the
firmware was on. It must have been, actually, because it got like maybe less than a quarter, like an eighth.
Oh, it actually started?
Yeah, it actually started and then failed. And then failed. But I did it like 6 times, and it took like 2 hours for the firmware to get on. I was actually wondering, is this going to brick the machine? I was kind of worried that because it started and stopped, actually downloading some of the firmware, but being disconnected or whatever halfway through, I was thinking, this machine's going to get bricked or something, but it never. It was okay. It came out at the other end, fine.
Thank goodness.
So that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, well, 2 hours of sitting. I didn't actually get to bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to wake up at 8 o'clock again because I had to go to work on a Saturday.
Wow, it sounds like you just described my night.
Why? What are you doing at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I'm waiting for my data to transfer.
Oh, you mean today?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was another thing, is it sounds like a lot of people on Twitter are kind of frustrated with this data transfer and firmware upgrades. Chris, did you have any problem with firmware upgrades?
I had no trouble with the firmware upgrade, but it was constantly not able to do the data transfer.
Right.
Like, half the time it would connect and half the time it just wouldn't. And I think eventually, even after it connected, and I put my Nintendo Network ID, I put it in, and then it gave up and just stopped and said, error 430, who knows what.
Yeah, I transferred my stuff at, I think it was like, I don't know, it must have been like 2 o'clock in the morning when I did the transfer, and it went through straight away, no problem at all. All the little Pikmin picking up your data and transferring it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of fun to watch. But yeah, it did it. It did it in like 6 segments.
Oh right.
They had a little counter at the bottom, like 1 of 6. And then
Have you
2 of
got
6.
a 4 gigabyte card that you were transferring?
Yeah, it's just the one that's already in it. I don't need to go any bigger. I never buy digital only.
Yeah.
I don't go digital only. So
it's no fun to unbox those. Wait, we can't.
Well, yeah, but not only that, I can't resell it when I don't want it no more, because I don't generally keep software. I can't. Not when I got 2 kids. My budget's not big enough to accommodate just constantly buying stuff.
That is something that's really nice about the Japanese market. They've got like really high prices for all the secondhand stuff. I remember the new Hatsune Miku game came out on Nintendo 3DS last year. I brought in a game that was 2 years old, the previous version, and I got something like $40 for it, and the new one cost about $60.
Those music games retain value like crazy.
That's true, yeah.
Especially anything with Miku on it.
It's nuts. If you even want to buy one of the old Vita games or PSP games, they're like at least 3,000 yen.
Well, I've seen how much the Miku Vita is.
Oh yeah, that just goes up and up, doesn't it? Actually,
it's at like 50. It's like Gomayen yen now. It's like $500 now.
I have seen that in Akihabara, and I've gone, I should have just bought it when it was actually
when
new.
it was like Nimango Seiyan or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah, but the Vita, you just assume that it's just, the price is just going to go down and down and down, and then
not Miku.
not anything with Miku on it.
Anyways, back to 3DS. So yeah, my data transfer was absolutely fine. It went through, not a problem at all. The only problem I had was with the firmware, but that eventually updated. I actually then updated the firmware on my regular, no, not my regular, my 3DS LL or XL as it's called outside of Japan, and that updated straight away. Boom, no problem whatsoever. The update was also for the new themes store, right, on the eShop.
Yeah,
it enabled the 3DS to do themes, right?
Yeah,
which is quite nice. It's quite pretty.
Yeah, so I've updated the firmware on both mine, and I did it around midday in Japan today, and it was fine. had no problems. It's just the data transfer just couldn't get through.
Okay, so let's get into this data transfer before we actually talk about the machine itself. Cheesemeister, what issues are we having, and can we explain why we're having them?
Right, so I own one micro SD card.
That's where your problem lies.
Yeah. It is 16 gigabytes in size.
Uh-huh.
It was previously inside of an SD card adapter in my 3DS LL.
Yes, good boy. Do you own an Android phone by any chance?
No.
No, okay. I've got an Android phone, and all of my SD cards, I actually buy the micro version of it and have the adapter for it if I need to use. So I can swap it out with stuff that needs just a regular SD, or I can swap it to something that just takes micro SD. So I always buy the micro SD and have the adapter. So it's just a tip for you.
To be fair, I have a few like that, but they're all itty bitty 2 gigabyte cards. So they might as well not even exist.
Mm-hmm.
So the only micro SD card I have that's usable is 16 gigs, and it was in my 3DS LL. But for data transfers from the 3DS to the new 3DS, you have to have both machines side by side, and they both have to have SD cards in them, though the LL can take any sort of SD card as long as you have an adapter, but the new 3DS will only accept micro SD cards.
Yes.
Period. So what I'm having to do is first take the micro SD card from the LL, copy it to computer, then copy it back to a regular SD card. I've got a 16 gigabyte regular SD card right here that's going to go into the old 3DS LL after this. And then I'm going to put the newly emptied micro SD card into the new 3DS LL. And then I'm going
fun.
Then I'm going to set them side by side and do the transfer process.
So the transfer process, why does it involve the internet?
Right, because they have to...
Is it the license thing?
Yeah, relicense the software.
Why can't the software just be transferred locally without using the internet? And then when it's finished, then do like a quick license check?
Because apparently you download it in a state that it's like signed to your hardware.
So archaic. I'm sorry,
but
so archaic.
You have to basically re-download all of your software signed to your new machine.
And you're the type of person who buys everything digitally, right?
Right. I've got 10.7 gigs worth of data on my 3DS that has to be transferred.
Did you take a vacation off to do this?
Well, fortunately, in Japan, it's a 3-day weekend.
That's why Nintendo released it on this weekend.
Yeah, so people could take the 3-day weekend to transfer.
On Saturday because we will be different. Is we need to release it on Saturday because they will give them 3 days to transfer everyone's data.
Basically.
Oh my god!
Yeah. They didn't know there was a typhoon coming now.
That's another thing, yeah.
Or did they?
It's the Nintendo typhoon, right?
The Nintendo typhoon.
It's actually pretty intense.
It's probably really big, right?
It is.
It looks really big.
It's like a 9.5.
It's something crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So right now, I'm transferring these files onto the...
Is it the Pikmin?
No, I'm not there yet.
Wow, you don't need the Pikmin that haven't even started yet?
No, right now I'm copying these 10.7 gigabytes from the PC to the regular SD card. And once that's done, I'll be able to start the transfer.
Wow.
It's got another 14 minutes to go on that.
Oh, so basically in 15 minutes we're gonna hear you like start dancing and stuff and screaming and hooping and hollering.
No, because then that just means that the transfer will start, which is you have to wait so long.
Then you'll probably go silent and just sit there in awe, looking at Pikmin transferring your data.
But for how many hours?
Doesn't matter, does it? It's Pikmin. People love Pikmin.
Maybe I'll go to sleep, and when I wake up, it'll be done.
Oh,
if I'm lucky.
It's like a lullaby.
Yo, put me to sleep.
So yeah,
But I never leave my computers doing that sort of thing and then go to sleep, because every time I wake up, the computer's dead. Like, it's decided that the screen doesn't want to be on that long.
Oh, sure. I mean, it always dies like 10 minutes after you stop babysitting it.
Yeah. It's just the Pikmin. They can see out the camera, the front-facing camera.
Right, and that's how it tracks the 3D image.
Yeah. It's also checking that you're monitoring it, and if you stop, it quits.
Right. It does facial recognition and makes sure that you're actually looking at it. So.
And not grimacing. Oh no, you should be grimacing, and then it knows that you're a little dissatisfied.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of customer analysis they're doing with that.
Actually, I noticed that on the front of the new Nintendo 3DS, there's a camera, but there's also like a black dot. So is that actually a camera as well, or is that just a light sensor? Maybe?
I think it's a light sensor, because if you've got the economy on, it changes the light depending on where you are.
And that's not done with the camera. It needs like a separate LDR for that.
I think that's a light, just a sensor to basically detect how bright it is in the room, and it'll change the screen brightness accordingly depending on how bright it is. Because I noticed I was sitting there in a car today, and the screen would change brightness automatically.
And that is actually a new feature. The previous one couldn't do that. Right?
Yeah, that's a new feature, and I think that's what it's using.
Right.
Because, I was sitting in the car and I was going, why is it like flickering? Is there something wrong with my machine? And I put my finger over the sensor, and it went dark. It went bright. It went full brightness. Because it thought I was in a dark surrounding area, and as soon as I took my finger off again, the screen dimmed. So
right.
So I guess that's it's a power saving piece of functionality. So yeah. So okay, let's get into the actual machine itself. Cheesemeister, you got the LL version.
Yep.
It has new buttons, right?
Yeah, it has a C stick.
It's got a C stick, and it's got was it ZL and ZR?
Yep.
These are from the GameCube, right?
Well, one of those is.
Is it one of them? Is
the GameCube didn't have a ZL button?
Didn't it? I don't remember.
It only had a Z button on the right shoulder, which caused all sorts of problems with multi-platform releases.
Okay.
Games like SSX had issues.
I really don't know, honestly. But yeah, it's additional. It has 3 new buttons: the ZL, ZR, and the new C stick. So this new C stick doesn't move.
It's a nub.
It's more solid than a nub, because at least a nub had some kind of inertia to it.
Did it though?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they didn't though.
I remember when I used the one that was on like the IBM.
Yeah, IBM's ThinkPads or something.
The ThinkPads, yeah. I remember that moved slightly, but this doesn't really seem to move at all. It seems to wibble or wobble.
I think there's a reason why those nubs went out of fashion.
What, red knob?
IBM still makes them though.
I thought IBM got out of the PC business.
Oh, not what IBM? Whoever owns
Lenovo.
Lenovo. It's Taiwanese, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, yeah. So the C stick, I mean, it works on the main menu, and
Yeah, that's cool.
it works really well. But
It works well on the web browser as well.
it's tiny.
Have you tried
Yeah, it
zooming
is.
in on web
I think
pages
it's
and
too
stuff?
small. I also don't think it's in the right place.
Yeah. I was hoping for a slide pad equal in size to the one on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I would have thought that the buttons, the face buttons, the X, A, B, and Y would have been dropped down a bit, and
Yeah.
this C stick would have been bigger and not so close to the screen, because when you've got your thumb on the C stick, and you're moving it, your thumb is actually catching the
hinge.
not only the hinge, but the actual frame of the lower screen.
Yeah, there's actually an indentation on the hinge
Yeah.
for your thumb to
Yeah.
go.
Exactly, right? It's like my nail fits in that perfectly.
Yeah, I
That's why they
mean,
built it that way.
Yeah,
they're admitting that they're out of space on the thing
yeah.
by
They
giving
should-
your thumb extra room.
You should put some like a nail file on there, and you could like manicure your nails while you're playing.
That's all right, thanks.
You know,
Hang on, though. If you moved the X, Y, A, B buttons down, that would just be atrocious.
It wouldn't be
couldn't-
very ergonomical, no.
It would be horrible.
Well, the C stick's not in a good place.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is.
And-
Decision.
Huh? Is everyone gripping their new 3DS now?
I am actually. I'm gripping it right now.
No, it's still in the box.
Oh, you can't do anything with yours yet. It's in a box. What's in the box? Yeah, so that's that. They moved the start and select. They've gone from, they were like next to the home button, but they've been moved to below the face buttons.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good.
I'm not too sure.
No, well, I would press select now. I could imagine myself using that in a game, but where select was before, it was like way off to the left, right? You just couldn't ever press it. There was no need for it. They may as well just get rid of the button entirely. Except
Have you
for they
even
won't,
used the
because of-
select button?
Sorry?
Have you even used the select button?
No, but I can imagine that it's a thing for game archives, isn't it?
Oh, Virtual
Or-
Console?
Virtual console there, yeah.
Yeah, I can see
They
that.
can't get rid of it until then.
Until
But
you get
Virtual
rid of
Console-
Virtual Console?
No.
Why would you do that?
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't do that. But you could put the select and start buttons on the touchscreen, then, couldn't they?
But Nintendo haven't updated the Virtual Console in Japan since like
May.
March or May, yeah.
It was May, yeah.
So you might as well not have it there anyway, because they don't do anything with it,
Gosh, it's been forever since they killed the Virtual Console on 3DS.
right?
It's depressing.
Yeah.
So so back to the machine itself. They've moved. I don't like this. The stylus, or the touch pen as they call it in Japan.
Yeah.
They've moved it to the front of the damn machine, right next to the jack, the headphone jack.
Yeah.
Me don't like it. I like it on the side where when you're playing, you can actually take it out while you're playing without moving your hand.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
also assume you're right-handed.
Well, left people should learn how to use their right.
They,
How about
they do,
not?
They do know.
No, properly. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I don't like it in the front. I don't know. I'm not too keen. Maybe I'm just used to it being on the right side, and I don't like change. And I'm old, and I'm saying get off my lawn. I don't know. But
I could get used to it, but it feels cheap. Don't you notice, like, the tip of the... Not
Yeah.
tip, the back end of it feels
the back end.
cheap.
I don't know if you know, the back end is a hook and is used to unclip your faceplate.
Oh, shut up. What, really?
Look,
Oh, my goodness.
Will
Look at
wonders
it.
never cease.
you look.
Oh, my goodness, you're right.
Yeah, it's a faceplate. It unhooks your faceplate. That's what it's for.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
the end of the stylus on the regular 3DS has a hook at the end of the stylus to allow you to unhook your faceplate.
My mind is blown.
Your mind should be blown.
This is on the level of cloud bushes.
This is on the level of that Jackie Chan meme,
What?
or whatever. I don't know, mind blown thing. Have you seen it?
No.
No. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So the stylus is not only a touch pen, but is also used to extract your cover plates.
They have failed though, because it doesn't also have a Phillips head screwdriver built into the touch pen. So I can only take off one of my covers. The other cover, I need a glasses screwdriver.
Yeah, you need a glasses screwdriver. And if you want to get your memory card,
don't even go there.
You're not going to get it if you don't have a screwdriver.
What?
It's just as well that Cheesemeister didn't go for
yeah,
this one.
because the micro SD card is behind the back cover, right?
What?
And you can't get to it unless you have a screwdriver.
That's rather.
Yeah.
I think it's good for kids if you've got kids and you don't want your kids to take it out or whatever and lose it. But that's kind of cool because your kids are not going to, not like they're going to have like a utility belt and they go, hey, screwdriver, yeah, let's open it. But
That's pretty inconvenient.
But no, the back of it is, it's got two screws on the top, and the only way to get to your SD card is to unscrew it. So,
Wow.
that's wonderful. But you get, that's where you get your battery as well. You can take your battery out, but the battery's quite small. It's only 1,800, isn't it? So it's, I guess there's upgrades coming of new batteries, maybe.
Were they removable in the previous NDSs? 3DSs, I mean. 'Cause I know you can remove it now because we can unscrew the back, but I think you couldn't...
Oh, no, I think I'm thinking of the Wii U controller.
Yeah, there's a bunch of extra space in there for a bigger battery.
There's a lot of space in there for a huge battery.
Yep.
But yeah, with this, I guess you could take your battery out and upgrade it with a new battery. There's no like space for a bigger one, but I think they could put a higher capacity in it because it doesn't. It's only
special covers as well. They could have special battery covers.
That's probably third party. I don't think they're going to make this same thing anymore.
Oh no, I don't think. Yeah, it won't come from Nintendo. Definitely.
No, that's going to come from like Nyko or whatever.
Nyko, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. The actual volume control, the sound volume, has its own like little switch.
Yeah, I love it. By the way,
and it switches off. So you got like the lowest volume, and you have to actually push it down to go to turn off completely. It's the same as the 3D volume. They're both exactly the same. They've both got little like switches on them to actually turn them off completely. So
I think it's lovely. Yeah, is the LL the same then?
He doesn't know it's in the box.
Oh, that's right. We're getting really far with that.
But I've noticed already though, and I left my 3DS in my pocket, but the circle pad is leaving marks on the face of my 3DS. Not
on the
face,
screen?
Not on the screen. No, the plastic next to the screen. I've got a circle like indentation of where I could see my circle pad. So
already?
Yep.
Great.
No way.
Yep.
I haven't got that. What you mean? Is it just oily, or is it actually making an indentation?
There's a mark.
Oh, from the circle pad, not from the slide pad. Which one? The C stick or the slide pad?
The slide pad, the regular one. I've got a mark here, just right under the speaker. I've got a circle.
That's interesting. I haven't got that yet, but...
Did you carry it in your pocket?
Should we do the bend test?
Yes.
Nintendo's bend gate.
There you go.
I'm worried. I'm wearing skinny jeans.
I don't even have skinny jeans because they were skinny jeans, but I lost even more weight, so now they've become like baggy pants. They look like MC Hammer pants now.
Nice.
I got parachute pants again, but they're only a 32 waist. But I'm way smaller than 32 waist now, so yeah.
It's all that sushi.
I don't eat sushi. Sushi makes you fat.
Maybe if you eat Toro.
Yeah, well, sushi's not great for you. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's 3DS. What else have they done? Oh, okay, the game card is being moved to the front.
That's right.
Left-hand side. I'm not too sure if that's a good idea or not.
It helps so that they can use that charging dock, right? Now we can put it upside down in the charging dock easily.
Yeah, I guess so.
It was probably possible before as well.
I'm not too sure.
I think it's fine. It looks great there. I don't think it was necessary. I don't think they had to do that.
One thing they have removed though, what is the Wi-Fi
The Switch?
button? The Switch is gone. It's now all done within the top left of the bottom screen. There's a home and a wrench icon. So if you hit that, you've got like
You got all your settings there.
you got your settings there on a screen, and you
Yeah.
can turn on the Wi-Fi and NFC. So once you turn off the Wi-Fi, the NFC goes off as well.
But it's really fast. It opens up immediately, and I think before it wasn't as snappy.
It's pretty snappy. But I mean, from in that menu, you have your theme menu, then you have your brightness, then you have the economy button,
That's right, yeah.
and then you have your NFC Wi-Fi on/off button. So, and then you can get into settings as well directly from there, so you don't have to. So yeah, so I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, I always found it annoying to accidentally hit the volume or the Wi-Fi switch.
Yeah, which is which, right?
It was so easy to accidentally bump those and mess with your settings. It's like,
Yeah, no, that's gone now. So it's not a physical button anymore. It's all done from a menu within the menu screen.
well, the audio's been moved to the top screen, though.
The audio has been moved to the top as well. Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
it's adjacent to the 3D.
Yeah, so you're not going to accidentally hit it during gameplay.
Nope. One thing, no, I'm still not happy. The hinge is wobbly. If you hold it
Oh,
up
really?
and if wobble it,
Yeah. But not as bad as the original 3DS.
not as bad as the original, but it's still wobbly though. I don't like to feel the wobble. It just doesn't feel like a good piece of hardware. It feels cheap.
Yeah, but I think especially the small version is kind of aimed at children.
Hey!
Well, and people with small hands.
Ichiman Nanasen yen is not like children's money though, right?
Oh, certainly the price isn't, but that's how they're marketing it, at least. Like the colorful buttons for kids and the boxes. Like there's no color on the boxes for the LL. It's actually like drab. There's a console on it, and it just says Nintendo LL.
It says you're boring.
It says you're boring. I'm so sorry, Cheesemeister. I don't mean it.
You're joking. He knows you're joking.
Yeah, if you say so.
So yeah,
Oh, can I just say also while we're talking about the screen and the wobble, do you ever use your Nintendo 3DS like completely flat?
never.
Never. It's horrible, isn't it? But that's what a 2DS. That's what a 2DS would be. I
Yeah,
imagine
but
this
it
is
doesn't
what it
have a
feels like.
hinge, so
No wobble.
there's no wobble at all.
There's no wobble. But also, I noticed that the
doorstop,
original,
right? It's a-
the original.
Actually, I think it's the head of an axe, right?
Nah, it's a doorstop, man. That's what you use to like prop your door open when you're trying to bring the groceries in.
Yeah.
Where's that 2DS? Stick it under the door and get in.
It's wedged in there. Okay, let's see.
But no,
memory
wait,
cards.
before you move on, I need to ask, like, did you notice that the original 3DS wasn't actually flat? That it always went a bit further than flat?
You mean it like bent back on itself? It's like
Yeah,
a gym,
when
a
it
gymnast.
was supposed to be flat like this, I thought that would actually be kind of usable, and actually goes back a bit too far. And even when I'm using this new one, the 3DS, the new 3DS, I still feel like it's bending back a little bit too much. It's slanting away from me.
Yeah, I would have liked like a few more lockable positions.
Yeah.
Like what there's like when you open it, you've got one initial lock, the first one, and then the second one, and then the third one to flat.
It needs to be a Surface Pro 3.
The reason why it doesn't go flat is because it's wobbly. It's very simple.
Yeah,
if you
that's
if you
it.
look at it,
That's what it is, yeah.
because of the weight of the top screen, it
Yeah.
drops down. But yeah, they should have added something to stop that from happening, like a little like plastic wedge.
A 2DS?
No, yeah. Put a 2DS in your 3DS hinge.
You have a 5DS.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for the 4DS myself.
What would that be like?
Well, I don't think gameplay would be very linear. You have to think fourth dimensionally to play games on that.
Yeah, you have to slap it on your head. You have to walk around. It's a Virtual Boy with a head strap.
You joke about that. Samsung's making something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it because it looks cool.
That's right. Yeah, you're a Samsung person. You got the watch.
Yeah, and the phone.
Have you got a Note?
Yeah, I got a Note 3.
I'm looking forward to the fourth one.
I played with the Edge today.
Oh, is it good?
Oh my god, that screen is so sexy. Anyways,
back to it.
So 3DS. Does anybody buy any software that utilizes the 3DS?
No.
Because I'm playing Mario Kart 7 on it. That's my staple 3DS game.
Yeah.
Hang on. Is anyone buying games that utilize 3D?
The C-Stick.
Oh, the C-Stick. Oh, I got Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate today.
Oh, you did you?
Yes, and it's good, actually.
Please tell me about it.
The C-Stick, at first I thought I had that moment where I felt, this is like an IBM ThinkPad. It doesn't feel nice. I wish I had a mouse. But actually, after using it for some time, I noticed that if you just don't push it so hard, you actually get away with moving your thumb less than if you used like an analog stick. You can be quite gentle with it. You don't always have to push it hard.
Okay, so what's the game like? I mean, is it using the extra power of the 3DS?
Oh no! Nothing uses the power of the 3DS until what's that game that's coming out? Xenoblade or Xenosaga?
You guys mean the new 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Because I think every game on the 3DS uses the power of the 3DS.
No, they don't. It uses the power of, I don't know.
Not Virtual Console.
Yeah, there you go. The power of Virtual Boy.
If only.
I would love Virtual Boy games. Are there any Virtual Boy games on Virtual Console?
You want a headache in 20 minutes?
I had a Virtual Boy and I had a headache. Yeah,
I've got one as well. But I don't
what was that
it.
game? It was like Tetris in like. Okay, I'm going off topic, but it was pretty amazing.
3D Tetris.
It was like 3D Tetris. It was like on a sphere. Or not a sphere, it was on a cylinder. It just went around forever. Like Tetris Attack.
Silence.
No, there were actually two Tetris games on the Virtual Boy. 3D Tetris and V Tetris.
I had V Tetris.
V Tetris was an import, yeah. Did that really have a looping mode?
I think it did. It had a mode that was endless and it just kept going around and around.
Huh. I don't recall that mode. I'll have to play it.
Yeah. But back to
Monster Hunter.
Back to Monster Hunter. Yeah, I got Monster Hunter. That doesn't use any of the power of the new 3DS. In fact, when you turn it on, it doesn't say that it's found the C-Stick. It says a slide pad has been detected and you can use it. So it thinks that you've got a slide pad. And I think all software will think you've just got a slide pad attached to it.
Does it say Kakcho slide pad though?
I'm pretty sure it said slide pad. I can boot it up again later, but it definitely didn't say C-Stick.
Yeah, because Kakcho slide pad though is the name for the Circle Pad Pro in Japanese.
That's right, yeah.
It doesn't say Frankenstick?
No. Be funny if it did.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be like 8-4 trademark Frankenstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. But have you done, what kind of level are you at? Does it transfer any of your save data from Monster Hunter?
You know what? I couldn't do the data transfer from my old 3DS to my new one.
Why?
So I just had to start a new game.
What?
I mean, I could. It's just it's that data transfer tool from the previous one. Maybe, in fairness, I just didn't try it, but you might be able to.
Why would you want to start off zero again? I mean, isn't that the biggest pain? Like, for especially a Monster Hunter game,
yeah.
Started like.
I was just doing it for the sake of the video, actually. So I could play Monster Hunter 4 on my LL still with my old save game, but I'm not that high level in it anyway.
Starts afresh.
Yeah, just starting afresh anyway. But then it's just for the game because I've unboxed the video on YouTube. And I think most people probably want to see what it looks like from the start. People who haven't ever played Monster Hunter 4 before. So yeah, I just played through the first 2 levels on the videos, basically.
So,
It works well,
you-
though. I'm used to the C-Stick, though.
Were you online with people, or are you playing single player, or what? What's
Just
going
for
on?
the videos, I played it by myself, but I do sometimes play online with friends, and you can just make a room, like an empty room, and people will just join you, and you can play.
Okay, so the gameplay wise, that they added anything new to it?
Monster Hunter 4, I think there's definitely new monsters. I think there's a new location, but...
Did you see any of that during your play?
No, not yet.
So
Not yet.
how long did you actually play it for? Have you played it for?
Only the first 2 missions. Because
So
literally today
how long is that?
the first opening mission just gets you into the story, and that takes about 5-10 minutes to finish. And then the first mission, you just run out, kill an animal, cook it, and then return it, and that takes about 5 minutes. But if you can't speak Japanese, that first mission could take half an hour. And actually, when I first played Monster Hunter, when I played Monster Hunter Tri-G 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, whenever it was, it took me forever. I could not figure out. Turned out I was in a tour level. It's not even a real hunting level. You're supposed to go in, run around for 5 minutes, and then it automatically clears the mission, and then you just leave. I didn't know what was going on. I was just in that mission forever.
Oh man,
So glad I can read Japanese now, but at the time, it was horrible.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Right. So is Monster Hunter a game that you want to put time into, or is it just something that you bought for a video?
I bought it because I do actually play it with my friends. There's obviously the benefit as I can do the video and show people outside what it's like to play. I do also like to just judge a lot of different games and see which ones are hard and which ones are like kind of impossible to play for people who don't speak Japanese.
So this is a game that you wouldn't advise anybody to pick up.
I would say if you're a beginner at Japanese, I wouldn't use this game to learn Japanese. I would still pick it up if you just like Monster Hunter, because basically it's not that tricky. There's no story elements where you have to go and figure out how to get the next mission. There's always, you go to the girl, she has the next mission, and you can go on the mission and you can hunt monsters. But if you were like looking for a game with a nice story that you could enjoy while learning Japanese, Monster Hunter's not that game.
Right. Cheesemeister, this is not a game that you're interested in, right?
Right.
Right, okay.
Have you had experience with it?
Have you tried it?
I played Monster Hunter 4 at TGS a couple years ago, and it really wasn't for me. I mean, I would slash and slash and slash at this dinosaur-looking monster, and I was pretty sure I was hitting it, but it didn't seem to have any effect on it. It's like, well, there's no life bar for this enemy. It's like, okay. I hit it.
I think it's all in the animation, right? Yeah, you can only tell by looking at the animation of the animal, of like how it is, or how strong it is.
Really so hard to tell if it's having any effect whatsoever. So it was really super frustrating not to have any sort of indication as to what was going on. So I got wasted quite summarily, and I set it down and never picked it back up again.
Right, okay. Chris, could you bring up that list of games that actually work with the C-Stick?
I translated a list.
You translated a list, right?
Yeah.
And was Smash, was that on for day one patch?
Smash does not work with the C-Stick. In fact, Smash is the only one, I think, which is not compatible with the C-Stick.
I got the demo.
Yeah.
I don't have the full game. But
you've downloaded it and it works with the C-Stick.
Yeah, it seems to have like attacks which are mapped to the C-Stick. So it looks like it does work.
That's interesting. Hold on, let me just bring up the...
I know that there was a list put out, and Smash Brothers wasn't on that list.
Well, it's got like a mark at the bottom, and it says Dairanto Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS wa taio shite imasen.
It doesn't support it.
It doesn't support it, right? So that's what the official word is. But you're using the demo, and it does work now, huh?
Well, I've got the demo, and I'm gonna quickly kick off a game. So let me choose. I'm going to go Mega Man. I'm going to pick up my tile. No, okay, yep, okay, 1. Pikachu can die, so I will give the CPU Pikachu. And let's go. And yes, let's go. It seems to load much quicker as well. So yeah, so game's playing now. I am now Mega Man. I'm going to push up on the C-stick, and there you go. Yeah, it works.
He's on an up attack.
Well, he does. He's shooting. Mega Man is shooting fireballs out of his arm.
Well, then I will do a similar test, but I will use this full version of the game, and I will see if that makes any difference. Because it's possible that they've prepared the demo, because it's digital, that they could get it updated and put it on the store immediately. Whereas this cartridge version may
definitely
not be
works
supported
with the C-stick. Because that's what I was wondering. Because I remember seeing that post and I was like, "Huh, why wouldn't Smash not work with it? It seems like it would be the obvious thing to do."
Yeah.
Because it's the game coming out closest to the actual release of the 3DS, other than Monster Hunter. And I was thinking, why couldn't they prepare that?
Yeah.
But it definitely the C-stick definitely works with Smash Brothers, the demo anyway. So,
well, I am. You guys can continue speaking, and I will report back to you with the answer.
Is there, Cheesemeister? Is there any game that you have that you know that works with it, and you were looking forward for it to work with?
Oh, gee, I'd have to look at a list.
I know that Kid Icarus is meant to work with it, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. That's why I got the CirclePad Pro in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Being left-handed.
I'm thinking of going out and buying Kid Icarus again. Because I didn't actually finish it because it kind of annoyed me.
But hang on, you think that you're going to use the slide pad as the attack?
Yeah.
Because it won't actually, right? It will. The stick will just become the slide pad. It's for people who are left-handed.
Right.
Oh, is that all it's for?
Yeah, that's all it's for. You still use the touch stylus to.
It's so weird because moving your character with the C stick or the CirclePad Pro, and then still doing aiming with your left hand on the stylus, it's mirrored normal controls, so it requires backflips in your mind every time you want to do any sort of input. So it's really not ideal. I'd much rather have, character movement on the circle pad and then aiming on the C-stick, like any sane person. It's like, I don't want to use the stylus because I'm left-handed, and if you're going to hamstring it so that the stylus input is restricted to aiming and not character movement, then you're just tying my hands entirely. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they could do an update for that, but do Nintendo games, they tend not to, really.
They do have updates.
They do?
I mean, even Super Smash Bros. Has been updated already.
No, they get updates, but would they do something so drastic like give you those control options?
Well, it's like just look at Mario Kart 8. It's getting substantial updates. Right?
I suppose so, yeah.
New characters and tracks and cars.
Yeah, but not for a year.
Yeah, it's like we know what's coming through May.
Yeah. Give me your money now for something that's coming out in May.
I'll give them my money
that really annoys me. Every time the home button on my Wii U starts flashing, my kids go, Daddy, look, it's flashing. What is it?
Nothing.
Sale. It's an
Same
ad.
thing again, yeah.
It's an ad for a game that came out a month ago.
Spend money. No, it's not. It's just not. It's just the fact that it's there, and like the kids see it and think that they can play it now. And you say you can't play it now. It's saying that you can buy it, but you can't play it till May, and they get like,
yeah. I saw that.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of it's really annoying that when they see it, they really look forward to playing it, and I'd like to give it to them, but try and explain that to kids who think it's available now. I think that happens too often. It's too much.
It's surprising for Nintendo as well, because Nintendo's usually especially conscious of that dynamic in the in the living room.
They need the money. Why do you think this new 3DS came out with face plates on it?
That's true.
And themes. They're selling themes and faceplates. They're going to make a fortune.
Actually, but are they actually? So I've been actually thinking, who is this aimed at, really? This is aimed at hardcore people who have an income who would buy a second 3DS. But I don't think any parent in their right mind would buy a second 3DS for their kids who already own one. Especially
who it's aimed at?
I think it's...
Suckers like us.
Nope.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me.
It's aimed at girls.
Yay! I feel so happy.
It seems like
cheesy.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But the C-Stick? They could have just made a new 3DS with no C-Stick.
So that's why there's an indentation above the C-Stick. It's for girls' long nails.
No, you'll notice that they don't mention the C-Stick at all in the Kyari Pyamu Pyamu
Oh yeah, that's
commercial.
true.
They don't mention any sort of technical specs or anything. They're talking about face plates.
Oh yeah.
Why you don't need to though, right?
You don't need to have cover plates if you don't want to, but I guess you already bought a bunch.
Oh, I love the cover plates. I think they're great. But it's absolutely true. That is a great way to get more girls buying the 3DS. By the way, I have got actually the C-Stick. It is doing attacks with the C-Stick.
Yes, I thought so.
That is very interesting. I should update that post then, shouldn't I?
You should do. You should take it down and you should burn it.
It's on the internet.
I wonder what they meant
burn the
by
internet.
do not
It's easy.
support. Maybe they meant they don't do anything different than what the CirclePad Pro did?
Did the CirclePad Pro do this?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Yeah.
not
Because
too bad.
Tayosh Seimasen sounds a lot like it just doesn't connect at all.
Yes, that means doesn't support it.
Yeah. Or
Oh, well.
Hitayo.
I guess Nintendo's like dropped the hammer and said you get it sorted now. I don't know, but yeah, it works. So Smash Bros. Works. So what's that list you've got, Chris, of other compatible software?
Yeah, should I just read it quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
From top to bottom, Monster Hunter 3G, Ace Combat, Biohazard Revelations, which is what, Resident Evil in the West,
Yes.
isn't it? Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, Kid Icarus, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Dynasty Warriors Versus, Samurai Warriors Chronicles 2nd, EX Troopers, 3D Galaxy Force, Monster Hunter 4, One Piece Unlimited World, Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson. I think that just came out over the summer, actually, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And Dragon Quest X Online, Touch Battle Ninja, and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
And Smash Brothers.
And now Smash Brothers, yeah, that's useful. I should just update. Yeah, I'll update it straight away. Actually,
Yeah. So I've got something to play with, other than the menus, because all I had before was menus. Like, yeah, I've just spent like what is it, $180 on a new machine, and I can play with the C-Stick in a menu. Woohoo! I feel great now.
and the web browser.
I do not want to go on a web browser on a Nintendo machine.
But it's faster now.
It is faster now.
I don't want to go on a web with a Nintendo machine. I'm sorry.
And if you pay them, 99 cents, I think it is, you can remove the parental lock on it.
What?
You can
What a-
remove the content
deal.
filter on the browser.
Say what? Why would they do that? Because there's already parental. When you set up your 3DS, it asks you, do you want to put a parental lock on it? And you can say
that's the problem.
no. So
That's
why
the problem.
would...
Kids open their own boxes. They go past the parental controls right from the start, and now because the parental controls are built in from the start, you can't undo it without a credit card, right?
Well, yeah, it wants to make sure that you're an adult before it gives you unfiltered access to the interwebs.
Does that money come from the money that you have on your eShop? Or in the eShop?
No.
It's
You've got to have a
that-
Japanese
do-
registered
do-
address and a
Do you,
credit card.
can you use your Suica or your Manaka and use NFC to take it?
I think that... No, I'm sure it doesn't work.
Let's try it.
100
My phone is NFC compatible.
Oh, boy.
I
It won't
can
work.
Huh?
I'm certain it won't work. That
It
would
won't
defeat
work?
the whole purpose of the parental lock if you could just use the Suica.
Daddy, can I see your phone a minute? Beep. Thanks, Daddy.
It won't work.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Well, you were right about the Smash Brothers thing. So.
I was right about the Smash Brothers. Let's see if this Scouser is right again.
Oh.
Hey? You, like, last time, you were like, how did you get your...
I was, yeah.
How did you get that? It's like, yeah,
What is
Scouse charms.
And to those listeners who aren't aware of what Scouse even means, or, well, I guess if they listen to your podcast a lot, they probably know by now.
No idea. No, they don't. They don't know.
It's just a person from Liverpool in England.
But how does that help us without any context?
Actually, I'm not even sure what the context is or where the word comes from.
It's like, I don't know anything about,
England?
preconceived notions.
I don't know anything about England.
People from Liverpool. It's like, how is that supposed to be helpful at all?
Think of the Beatles,
Yeah,
right?
think of the Beatles.
Think of the Beatles and how they charmed the States.
And?
Then think, John Lennon. That's Martin.
Okay. I can just imagine.
Okay, it's asking me to go to the home page. So I'm going to the home page, and it's asking me for a URL check. And then it's going to, have to go to the settings and go to the filtering settings, which is here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to Google.
Oh gosh, don't even say it out loud.
Nande?
If you're testing out the filter.
I'm going to turn the filter off.
Here we go.
Let's see. It's now gone into a login screen of my... Now it's checking my SD card. This is riveting podcasting.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Are you? I hope so. I am. Right, okay, there you go. That's that. And I don't know what it's doing. It's still doing stuff. It's thinking. I think the Pikmin are going mad in my 3DS. Pikmin, 32 yen. You mother... Oh, you need a credit card? You biatches.
Oh, is that what it charges? 32 yen to unlock?
32 yen to unlock it, you cheap whores. I want to see my 3D porn. Come on. Yep. If you've got a JCB, MasterCard, or a Visa card.
Do you?
I have all three. Lucky me.
But importantly, it doesn't work with your NFC bus pass.
Yeah, you can't use the digital money.
Are you trying it? Are you trying it now?
I'm going to try.
Let us know how that goes.
It's not going to work.
It's not going. No, you have to use a credit card.
Did it say that?
Yes.
Okay. Good job, Ben.
Give me my money.
Oh, but
I want to see boobs.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Boobs, please.
Go to
3D
Wonder Goo.
bazongas.
Go to Wonder Goo.
Wonder Goo.
No, but hang on a minute. So, can you use...
Brazzers.com doesn't work.
Wait, so are you able to play Senran Kagura on there without presenting a credit card?
No, because over the boobs, it's got a big Visa sign.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Or
that's how that
32.
works.
It's got 32 yen on the nipples.
Okay, too much information.
Yeah. It's got 16 yen on each butt cheek.
Okay.
So I'm quite looking forward to Final Fantasy Explorers.
That was a great way to change the subject.
Way to segue.
I think it's the only other game that is going to use the new Nintendo 3DS features, right? Or it's not. It's just going to use the C-Stick.
Actually, Final Fantasy Explorers is not in 3D.
And it's not in 3D, yeah, that's right.
It's 2D only. So you might as well play that sucker on a 2DS, right?
You will not. I will not. Even if I were a Nintendo collector, I would not touch the 2DS. A product that comes from a Japanese company that's not sold in Japan is saying something. Reggie,
So like
vis-a-vis.
the Wii Mini?
The Wii Mini, oh right, yeah.
That was for Canada only, right?
Until it got released in America, too.
Oh, did it get released in the States too?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I was going to say something silly, but I won't. I'll check myself before I get wrecked.
I don't think the 2DS is a genuinely bad idea. it seems like it doesn't go with the Nintendo attitude. Like, we make a product and we feel confident in it and we send it to all the regions.
You send it to what? The nether regions?
Those ones.
Those ones?
The Netherlands.
I'm going to see if Nintendo's filter with damn it,
Filtered. Okay.
damn it, it says filtered. I typed in boobs and it said filter check, please pay money.
We should have been streaming this on YouTube. It's such a waste.
Oh,
That
it
moment.
knew. It knew.
The flashing the boobs at the camera, but not boobs, just the word boobs and the fail.
Okay.
It knew. Damn it! I didn't think that would be in the Japanese vocab. What other words did you think the Japanese would
Oh
know?
gosh, let's not go there.
What slang do you have for boobs? That's
Okay, I think we've.
I haven't podcasted for a long time. I know my frustrations coming out in one podcast. It's great.
Okay.
It's good you haven't sworn though, so it's good.
Well, I do have my memory cards all set up here.
Oh,
Is it finished?
Yeah, so I can actually unbox this thing now.
Do a live podcast unboxing and we'll listen
All right.
with bated breath.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, go.
Here we go. Okay, so there's a cardboard box here. It's got this flap on the top
Oh, flaps. Keep talking.
that you remove. Perpendicular from the top of the box. The top of the box folds out. Yeah,
I think we've lost Chris.
laughing too hard.
I've just decided that all my future unboxings will be done this way. I'll just upload a black video, and it'll be voice only.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, think about it. You listen to sports broadcasts on the radio, right? They're describing things that are happening on the field.
It's true. He's kicking the ball. He's kicking the ball. Oh, it didn't go in the goal. Let's try
Right.
again.
Exactly.
It's
So you
true.
just have to imagine this.
This is fantastic.
That was terrible sports commentary, by the way. He's kicking the ball. He's kicking the ball. Who says that?
They all say that.
I watch football all the time, and I've never heard them say, he's kicking the ball. He's kicking the... Are you from England? Are you sure?
He holds it. Holds it. Holds it.
Wait,
What's he holding? What sports are you listening to? Oh, sorry.
Soccer.
Hold it? Maybe hold up.
wait. Have you unboxed it then?
So, okay, then there are two flaps underneath the top surface of the box that also fold out.
Oh.
Under that is a cardboard tray containing the system and the documents, apparently, so that slides out.
I'm rubbing my thigh.
Okay, that's nice.
With your svelte, suede DS.
No,
Case.
with my stylus, my friend.
Okay, so inside the cardboard tray,
Yes.
on the top you have your documents, which include AR cards and the Easy Start Guide.
Uh-huh.
And then also there's a warranty form. And I think all of that will go unopened.
Yep.
So then you get box is
Are we really going to be doing an unboxing video on a podcast? Like
it's not a video. It's commentary.
a video but you got to put like some like kind of crazy enthusiasm like I don't know.
Like a sports commentator would. Do I have to add lots of sports metaphors?
Ideally.
Ideally, okay. So Nintendo really hit a grand slam with this cardboard box. It's corrugated. It is corrugated. I repeat, corrugated. The system slides right out of the box.
Oh,
It's wrapped in.
It's wrapped in plastic.
It's wrapped in this plastic kind of
Bondage.
Is it tight?
foamy
Tight
envelope.
bondage plastic.
So the foamy envelope contains has the system contained in it, and that also slides right out.
Oh,
Ooh.
And the
slippery.
top surface is glossy, as is the bottom surface that looks like a mag for fingerprints. You open the system up, and there's another sheet of foam inside of there, protecting the screen for now.
Oh, really? We
Wait,
didn't get
there
that.
was foam protecting it. We didn't get that.
We didn't get that.
You didn't?
I want my money back.
I'm returning my new Nintendo 3DS.
I'm returning my 3DS.
Yep, there's a sheet of foam in between
Oh my god.
screen.
Foam.
I haven't heard that play since 1978.
You weren't born in 1978?
True. I was thinking about it at the time, though.
So, removing the sheet of foam reveals the buttons. On the left-hand side, we have a circle pad and a D-pad. On the right-hand side, we have a C-stick and XABY buttons, as well as
What
start and
color are your
select.
buttons? Tell me.
They are black.
Oh.
What about the letters? What are the letters?
They are Super Famicom colored letters,
Oh,
which is a bit underwhelming because I'd rather the whole buttons be Super Famicom colored.
and a real C-stick.
This browser
Yeah.
filter works really well.
Cool.
I've typed in many words, like really,
Okay, that's nice.
and I kept getting the filter.
Okay.
Here's 2 yen, please.
So, where do I put in the micro SD card here?
Probably in the back. You probably have to take the back body off.
It looks like it requires a Phillips head screwdriver
No.
in order to remove that, which,
There you go.
of course, is not included.
Of course, it's not included. They don't give you a. Sorry, I was going to swear. They don't give you an AC adapter in Japan.
Nope.
You need power? Yeah, pay for it.
Right.
Wait, do they get it in the UK?
I think it's illegal to sell anything in the UK or Europe without power.
Do you need a converter?
In the UK, we used to put our plugs together by ourselves. They used to give us the plug, like the cable and the bit of plastic, and we would have to like
Snap
screw
it in.
screw
Yikes.
it in to the plug.
That sounds safe.
It wasn't.
UK plug is pretty safe though because it's got an earth, so you can't really do anything bad.
Okay,
It's got a
well,
live, neutral, and earth. So
I think I'm going to have to get a screwdriver to open this up.
see, there you go. You got to go screw your machine now. Look at that, unboxing it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
I think this is a BRB sort of situation.
be right back.
So
Be
hang
right
on.
back.
The filtering on your Nintendo 3DS.
Yes.
That's just the search feature.
The search engine, yeah. So if I went
So-
to Google, I set Google as my primary search engine, and I typed in naughty things into my search engine, and I got hit with "please pay."
So right, what if you owned your own website and you uploaded something profane or that couldn't be viewed normally, and you just went to your own website?
I don't know.
But then you run the risk of putting something profane on the internet, and that's probably more dangerous than accessing it.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably not
You
worth
could
it.
always go to Tumblr, right?
I don't open Tumblr on my phone anymore. Not when I'm around anyone else. It's just
Not
too
on a
dangerous.
train. Not on a train.
Definitely not on a train.
Yeah, you have to get one of those security screens on it so no one can see if like they're past like an angle of 8 degrees.
Like the original 3DS screen.
Yeah, yeah, or just there you go. Use the original 3DS to look at your porn on the train. There you go.
That's why we've got the filter on the new version, because on the previous version, no one could see from the side anyway. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like, oh, we've made it viewable from every angle. Talking of which, did you find that works really well?
Really don't know.
You haven't turned the 3D on yet.
No, I don't really play with 3D. To be honest, I checked it out. I looked at it and I moved my head and went, "Hey, it's not breaking. I haven't got an instant headache. That's cool." And then switch it off.
I tried it a bit with Monster Hunter, and it does work very, very well. But I started to feel a bit unwell because I haven't used the 3D for like 2 years. So to suddenly like try the 3D again, and I was like shaking my head around sideways and all this.
That's probably really. That's probably the reason why you're feeling sick. Is if you're shaking your head while trying to look at 3D. That's probably why you're feeling sick.
It's true, actually. I think that might have been the problem.
I think that's it.
And also that Samsung headset that you're interested in, you won't be able to lean forward while using it. Apparently
Why?
the motion sickness comes from the fact that moving your head forward like a number of inches or a number of centimeters forward, like the headset doesn't know that you've done it. It just knows whether you've tilted. So your head will think you've leaned forward like this, but in the virtual world, nothing will have happened except this. Like you're rotating only.
You're pivoting.
Yeah. And that's what causes people to have vertigo, because they feel like they've moved forward a bit and they've covered some sort of distance, but the machine only knows that you've rotated, and so you stay in the same place.
Pretty sure, because when I put the headset on for...
Did you try Oculus at TGS?
Not Oculus, I tried the Morpheus.
Oh, yeah. Morpheus does do it right, actually.
And Morpheus does do it.
Yeah, Morpheus uses the PlayStation 4 camera.
Yes.
And the lights on the side of it, right?
Yeah, there's lights on the side of it, and when I step forward, my character stepped forward. When I leaned back, it worked. When I was leaning forward, it worked. So it knew where I was at all times.
Yeah.
But I still felt kind of weird. I felt like I told in the last podcast, I said I felt like I was on a boat.
Oh.
The floor felt like it was moving. It was really weird, but it was pretty awesome.
Half the games on Morpheus are in a boat, actually, aren't they? So it should be fine. Like, you're in a shark cage.
You're in a shark cage, yeah.
I don't know what the other games are.
I think Cheesy... Is Cheesy gone?
I'm back.
Is he... Ah, okay.
I've got my
He's
screwdriver.
busy screwing.
You got your screwdriver? Hey.
And time to unscrew these screws.
So do you think this is a bit ridiculous, having to use a screwdriver to get to your SD card?
Yeah, it's extremely ridiculous.
Right. So overall, what's your impression of this machine so far?
I haven't even turned it on yet.
Aha. So is this the first? So this is the first time you've turned it on, then?
I haven't turned it on yet.
Wait. So what have you been doing?
He's been copying his data, hasn't he?
Yep.
From where?
From
to where?
From an SD card to his...
I told you
SD.
about it in excruciating detail.
Yeah, but where did you send it to?
The computer.
Oh, you... you put it onto your computer. Yeah.
That's why there's no Pikmin.
Yeah.
That's why there's no...
Thanks for listening.
I was listening. I don't know. Maybe I was drinking Monster Energy. I don't know.
Maybe.
I would like those Pikmin on my normal web browser, on Firefox or Chrome. I would like little Pikmin to show me how far I'd got with the download. I think...
I might just throw my TV out the window if that happened. I'm not a fan of
really?
Pikmin. No.
What?
I'm not a Pikmin. I don't like the game. I just like the Pikmin. I actually have you got a Wii U as well? Oh yeah. You just said your family's talking about it all the time.
Yeah. Kids love it.
I don't.
My Wii U is the Hulu player.
Yeah.
Mine's the YouTube player. I just watch other people's YouTube videos on it.
It's a pretty crappy Hulu player because you need the TV and the pad at the same time. It's kind of terrible. You can only use one or the other. It's really strange. But yeah, so 3DS. So I mean, I like it. I like it. It's a nice machine. I'm not really bothered about going downsized in screen real estate, because I had the LL or the XL, and I've gone down, so obviously the real estate of the screen's not too bad. But I've always thought that the screen on the smaller one, it was always a nicer looking screen. Games always look.
They always look better. That's true.
It wasn't like stretched.
Yeah. No, I thought it looked better.
And it didn't seem to have as many like scan lines in it. Everything seemed a lot smoother. So I don't mind being slightly smaller. I haven't got Hulk hands, so I'm okay with that. Being able to customize it is cool. Yeah, I quite like it, but I'm just waiting for something that can utilize what it can do, because I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of games come out that use the extra processing power that this thing's got.
I think one game will come out. It'll be that game, Xenosaga, and I think
Well, I
nothing
played
else
that
will come
on the Wii, and that was pretty awesome.
out.
You mean Xenoblade?
It was Wii,
Xenoblade then, whichever one it was. But did it sell well on the Wii?
I don't think so.
So I don't know how it's going to become a system seller when it's released again, and this time for only probably 5% of the 3DS holding population.
Gosh, I don't know about making it exclusive.
But,
Well, I don't think it would work on the direct.
It won't work. It won't work on the old 3DS.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with it. Hopefully things come out sooner rather than later. I'd like them to put like demos or tech demos or something on the eShop just to show, hey, this is what it can do, instead of just sitting there wondering what it's capable of, because we've just bought a new piece of hardware, yet there's absolutely nothing to utilize the power of it.
Is it like the DSi?
So it's kind of, yeah, it is. So well, it's just kind of weird having a new machine that doesn't actually do anything new.
But it's the new 3DS, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, you've got a C stick, but basically it's emulating the Franken stick, right? For the time being,
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Most people, and like you see this every day. Like most people playing 3DS are playing Monster Hunter. Actually,
so the only thing that it's
in Japan
actually taking advantage of at the moment is the faster Wi-Fi, because it is significantly faster.
that's true.
I did a speed comparison between the XL and the new 3DS, and it's way faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot faster. I mean, I downloaded the game on both machines at exactly the same time, and it was like 1,598 blocks. And by the time the new the new 3DS had finished, LL was not even halfway, and it had already finished.
Gee.
And yeah, you can see the video on YouTube, and then I got into the game, and yeah, the LL was like still halfway through, so it was significantly faster. So that's good. So that's the only like real big difference I've actually seen. Obviously, other than the customization, but that's without saying. I'm actually talking about the hardware of the actual machine, and yeah, I'd hope. Hopefully, I don't know, they will. They probably won't because it's Nintendo. But I'd like to see them put some kind of like demos just to say like, this is what it can do and this is what we hope to bring you. I don't know. Did Nintendo do that?
No.
No?
I don't think
They
so.
don't, right? So
I think it's a phasing out product, though, isn't it? When did the 3DS launch? The original one. It was 2011.
11.
Right?
Yeah.
I got one right before I came to Japan, and that was in 2011. And now it's 2014, so that's 3 years. Next year will be 4 years, and then presumably they'll either make another version just as it's phasing out, and then they'll make a new. The 4DS will be 2016.
Do you think they'll take the Apple approach of like introducing a new model every year? And if so, are you willing to buy a new machine every year?
Well, let's see. 2014 is the new 3DS. 2013 was the 2DS. 2012 was the LL.
Yeah, but the 2DS never came here.
Yeah, but there's been one new version every year, hasn't there?
Okay, so they have taken that stance then.
Apparently.
So are you? Well, I guess you are willing to buy into it. But saying that though, $180 isn't like $700 of what like a phone would cost.
Also true.
So it is cheaper, but to fragment the user base is kind of it's wrong, right?
Iffy part.
It's like not the
and it's
philosophy.
also very confusing as well, especially for parents who are going to go into the store now and ask for a 3DS, and they're going, "Oh, do you want the new one? Do you want the XL? Do you want a regular 3DS? Do you want a 2DS, which is actually a 3DS, but it's 2D. Doesn't do 3D. You know what I mean? There's like 5 machines that
It's
parents
super
can buy.
confusing, yeah.
Yeah, it's too many, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they keep doing this with like every year with new machines. They need some kind of like naming format, right?
Oh, naming convention, yeah.
Some kind of naming convention, which is going to be easier for people and parents, because parents are the majority of people who buy them for their kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to need something for them to understand. That like last year there was a new one, and now there's another new one.
But maybe that's
Yeah.
how you sell more devices, by confusing them with the names. Then that's what, because we've had iPad, then they had iPad with Retina display, then they had iPad Mini, and then they had new iPad, and it's just like no one really knows which one the newest one is. So we have to trust the retailers more and more, which is how they just can sell more products, perhaps.
Pretty much, yeah. What was it? iPad. Then it was iPad 2. Then
iPad 2.
iPad 3.
iPad 3, new
Then
iPad.
Then it was new. Then
They went back to just
Air.
iPad with... Oh yeah, iPad Air.
Then there was Mini. Then Mini Retina.
Whatever it is, though, I've got to say, I'm glad that consoles are still coming out. They could have just said, look, we're happy with the way 3DS was. We're not going to make another handheld console. Especially the way that things are going in Japan with smartphones.
Do you think that thing that they should be focusing on? I think I think what they should be focusing on is actually getting some kind of like a real like unified user account where I can sign in one machine
Oh, gosh.
and then buy another machine and just sign in.
Hey, for Nintendo?
I think that's I think that's what they should be working on.
Wait,
the
isn't that
most.
what Nintendo Network ID is?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, if I buy a new Vita,
Yeah.
I can get a new Vita, and I can take the memory card out of my old Vita and put it in the new one, and then just sign in, and it's done. I don't have to transfer.
True. But you would have to sign out of your Vita if you had 3 devices. If you already had 3 devices, you'd have to deactivate the first one.
But that's no big deal. I don't spend 17 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours transferring stuff. I don't do it. I just take the memory card out and put a new one in and then sign in with my ID and it's done.
You're right. You're right. That's what they need to do if they're going to be going with this sort of...
Yeah, if they're going to go with
New
this
model
model
every
of
year.
like new machine every year, they need some kind of unified login where you log in and that's it. You don't have to mess around for 6, 7, 8 hours transferring stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't transfer it on day one because the servers are clogged and everyone's trying to do it at the same
Oh,
time.
gosh.
So my machine's just sitting there. I've just bought this machine. It's like $180 and I can't use it.
Like an Xbox One.
No, I could use my Xbox One.
Oh, no, I'm just going back. I just listened to your podcast before coming on the show to figure out what kind of energy you guys had and realized it was the podcast when I think Cheesemeister was opening his Xbox One and it was an import, so it just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm actually a big Xbox fan.
My Xbox One was perfect. I've never had any problem with it. Although Kinect doesn't work, so I can shout Xbox all day and it won't switch on, which is great. The Kinect doesn't understand
Okay.
Xbox.
I've replaced the micro SD card. That was kind of scary getting the cover off, though.
Did you scratch it?
I don't think so, but...
Did you wear gloves? White gloves,
No,
Japanese style?
I wear white gloves.
And a mask. Face
The screws don't come all the way out.
Nope, they don't.
That's
Stay in.
really disconcerting.
They've got like on the back of the screws. They've got little washers to keep it in the actual.
Yeah, I just kept
Plastic.
on unscrewing and unscrewing, and it wasn't doing anything.
No, it'll just keep spinning and
Did
spinning.
you use the
spinning.
clamp? You also have to use the clamp, right?
You have to use the stylus.
The stylus
and-
clamp.
in order to pry the thing off.
Even the back cover, right?
The back cover, yeah. So
Yeah.
once that's
okay.
been pried off,
So what's happening then?
so I replaced the micro SD card. I put the cover back on. I guess
Uh-huh.
it's time to turn on the system. Huh?
Listen to it catch fire.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
My eyebrows are on fire.
Okay, let's power this sucker on. Power
Yeah.
on. Black screen. Okay, great. Oh, there's the title. New Nintendo 3DS. Confirm the 3D screen.
Yeah, it's just exactly the same as the other 3DS you had.
Yeah.
Exactly the same intro.
Yeah.
So-
Let's go through this. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, the logo's different, though. It's new Nintendo 3DS now. Okay, show me the 3D effect, please.
Yeah, watch your
3,
eyeballs
2,
fall out when it
1.
does it.
Oh, it popped out of the screen. Ah!
Can you feel his
And it
eyeballs
went
on the
back into
floor?
the screen. Ah! Okay, that's great. Thanks. Next.
Now you need to wave your head side to side.
Yeah, now switch
Okay,
it off.
so now it's going to show your face position on the top screen. So,
I did this while unboxing it while doing a YouTube video, so like it couldn't tell what was my face. Like my eyes were popping up behind the camera to the 3DS. So I think it kept losing my face. I didn't know where my face began and where it ended.
It didn't even. I didn't even do that because I had mine facing the camera, so it didn't see me.
Huh?
right. So there's a little cartoon face in the lower right-hand corner of the upper screen. And it's showing the position and orientation of your face relative to the screen. And it's really creepy. You can tilt your head, and the cartoon character tilts his head to match.
You realize you actually look like that right now. You look
I
like
think
that,
so.
that
I
little
think
white cutout man.
He's almost a stick figure. I mean, it's just a white guy with a black outline and little dots for eyes and a little vertical line for a nose and a little horizontal line for a mouth.
You've become that man.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
You are a me.
exactly. It's not even a me. It's just a little white
It's a
guy.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a he.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say,
Da-
okay.
Since we've been recording, I've had 2,500 people look at my video since we've been recording.
Which
That's
one?
nuts.
The speed track or
The speed test. That's nuts.
Okay, so now I'm moving my head relative to the screen, and it's showing the logo demo again. And it's not getting blurry.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I
Yeah.
can tilt
Now
it
switch
pretty
it off
fast.
and never use it again.
Yeah, right.
Do you play with 3D on?
All the time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because it looks better.
How long can you play for?
Indefinitely.
Oh,
Okay.
Wowza.
I cannot handle very long with the 3D on.
What about with the new 3DS?
Get tired.
Huh.
Have you tried with the new 3DS? With the face detection?
Yeah, I was just telling Martin earlier. It was good, but I was so excited that I could move my head around while playing and change the angle that I think I just made myself a little sick from just jumping around too much.
Okay.
You should ask Giant Bomb to go on a roller coaster with the new 3DS with 3D switched on and see how far they can get in Mario.
Yeah.
Instant barfing. It'd be like The Exorcist except 3D.
Okay.
You done?
I'm still setting this thing up.
Okay.
Yeah. Endless entertainment.
Isn't it? It's an amazing podcast. Love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on. I should move on. So I think that's the end of our 3D discussion. I think we got kind of sidetracked because I kind of wanted to reiterate the really piss poor Nintendo whole signing in thing and transferring thing. I don't even know why. I don't know. Sometimes
Licensing. What else is
the
new?
licensing. It's awful. It's really archaic. And they really, if as I said before, if they're really thinking of releasing a new machine every year or whatever, to go down this cell phone route, they really need to change this whole system. Right? No?
Yeah, it would be nice if things were more convenient.
Well, none of it's convenient, right?
It's
But it's safer. Every step that Nintendo takes.
You think it's safe? I've read that people have lost all of their information.
Oh no, I don't think. Oh no, I mean like it's safer in terms of they're thinking about families and what is safer for family life.
Well, if I've already got a Nintendo account, right? If I've already got a profile all set up with like credit cards and all that information on it, like my Sony account and my Xbox account, that's all there, right? That just goes over to the next one. So as soon as I sign in, it goes, "Oh, it's you again. Well done, nice one. There you go. Here's all your information again."
Yeah, I think they want it to be like that, but they just.
But it's Nintendo and they can't.
I think they'd like it to be like that, but it was like before they didn't have a social network built into any Nintendo system until Miiverse, right? Like, and when did Miiverse come out? That was only a couple years ago.
Is that social? Is that really social though? When it's just Nintendo? Is that really?
It's social in the way that PlayStation Network.
It's in a closed. It's in a fenced garden, right? It's
moderated.
Yeah, it's heavily moderated.
Yep.
So I wouldn't really call it social at all.
But I feel more social with my 3DS. I don't take my Vita out. I don't put the Wi-Fi on. And
You don't use Nier. How dare you?
Oh wait, you're being serious?
Totally.
No, I would.
How do you think I met all my friends on my Vita?
Oh gosh.
No, I'm joking. I get friend requests from like Japanese people who live around me constantly.
I can't remember the last time I turned on.
Oh, I turn it on for shits and giggles. It's just funny.
Might.
It's funny when you like go abroad and you switch it on and it goes, "You've just travelled 7,000 miles. Rah! Here's loads of new friends and lots of new presents." And then you go back again and it says,
But it only works where you have internet. Like, you've got to have Wi-Fi, otherwise it has no idea where you are.
"Yeah, so you got Wi-Fi when you go home."
Yeah,
right?
so basically on Nier, I'm only ever in two places: my house in England and my house in Japan. I've never discovered any other places.
Well, you've got a smartphone, right?
Oh, I'm not going to tether my phone to my.
You don't have to tether. Just create a hotspot. It's very simple.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, just.
On my phone, you press one button and you've instant hotspot.
That is something that I admire about Android, actually.
Look, there you go. Hotspot, boom. Just press one button and it does it.
I think that is a good feature of Android. I don't think that is going to change whether I use Nier or not.
It should do. It's revolutionary.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. It's awful.
What was the best item you ever received from someone as a gift on Nier?
Something from Shuhei Yoshida.
Oh.
Which is the Sony president.
Like him.
Of Worldwide Studios. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff off him. So, yeah.
You street pass him on Nier.
Yeah, we played the same games.
I don't understand.
So.
I still don't think I understand how
You're
Nier
on the
works.
friends list, right?
No, I'm not.
But you got a friends list, and you're on the same friends list. You get it, so that's how.
I thought you had to physically be in the same place that he was
No,
at.
I think it's friends because I get stuff of people I've never met before, but they're on my friends list.
All right. So Nier is just another way to discover more random people.
I don't really know. I don't think Sony really knows. They just
I think it's too random and doesn't give you any valuable information, and there's no game to play.
I want to know
Yes.
who got fired for Nier. Because clearly they're not working on it anymore, and that's probably because the guy who made it is gone.
Probably.
I guess that software was a near miss.
Ooh. I wouldn't like to guess.
Yeah.
So you're in the process of the data moving?
Nope.
Moving? No, not yet.
Firmware update.
Yeah, enjoy that one.
How long does that take?
Yeah, see how many times it fails first before you get it.
Hang on, my firmware update was fine. I updated 2 of them today.
That's what I said before. I updated my XL, and that was perfect. But the new 3DS, it failed 6 times and took 2 hours.
You did.
So I guess
you did forcibly
depends.
get a 3DS before it was released.
I didn't walk up to an old man and put a gun to his head and say, "Give it to me."
That's true.
Right?
I hope
I
you
didn't
didn't.
forcibly do anything.
You took advantage of him.
I took advantage of an old man. That sounds disgusting. He was wearing a rather nice penny, though. Yeah, so cool. Anyways, the thing I like about this, though, is I think I'm having a bit of a nightmare about is the NFC support with the amiibos.
Amiibos aren't out yet.
I know they're not out yet, but
Yeah.
when the kids see them, oh my god.
Are you going to buy
Explain to me
them?
what Amiibo is going to do.
It's just going to transfer game information, right?
I wish we knew. I think the spec's going to vary by game.
I heard that
Right.
everyone can have their own Amiibo, and they can go to someone's house with a Wii U, and everyone can tap into the controller to, like, say who they are. But how does it know whose Amiibo is who? Will it say, player 1, tap your Amiibo?
Oh gosh, everyone's going to write their names on them, aren't they?
Well, it's going to be tied to your Nintendo ID, right?
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, it'll have to, right? Otherwise, it won't know who it belongs to.
Why would it?
I don't think it needs to know. It would just be your name, and it
Well,
would
if
just
it's-
update your
if-
stats, basically.
If it's got
Smash
your
Brothers.
stats on it, it needs to know whose account it's tied to.
Why?
Well, otherwise, the
No, but like you could have a customized character on Smash Brothers without having a Nintendo Online ID.
really
It's just a customized character. It's just like having a memory card, right?
Yeah,
They're just memory
basically
cards.
basically, a small memory card contains a few bytes of data necessary to store your information, your progress, basically.
I don't know. I'm not. I really don't know. But I'm not looking forward to buying them constantly every other week.
If they make a Miku one, it's the end for me.
Really?
Yeah, I'll just buy it and everything.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
In fact, if Miku were in Smash Brothers, I don't think I'd ever buy another game.
You just like
Really?
hitting Miku?
I like being Miku and hitting other people.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's wrong. Anyways, so yeah, 3DS. I quite like it. I want to see something that utilizes the machine's power. I want to see what it's actually capable of.
So, Xenoblade.
Yeah, but that's not until next year.
Yeah.
I'd like to see something like I've just bought a machine. I like to actually use it.
So, Monster Hunter, then.
That doesn't utilize it.
Well, apparently, from what I've heard, you can't post screenshots of Monster Hunter 4G on Miiverse, and you can't
I can.
use the browser while using it on the old 3DS, but you can on the new 3DS.
Oh,
It's just like
Really?
Smash Brothers. So apparently, it's using the system memory.
your dream came true, Martin.
no.
You can use the web browser again and the system menus.
I'm
Your
doing it
beloved
right now.
system menus.
I'm in Miiverse
Post
right now.
screenshots of Monster Hunter now.
Yeah. Anyways, so are we gonna lay off the old 3DS talk now? We're gonna talk about any games that we've been playing.
Oh gosh, are there any games?
Other games we've been playing? I don't know. What have we been playing? So, Cheesemeister, you playing Smash Brothers, right?
Right.
How did you bought it? How you bought it digitally, right?
Yeah, I got a download card.
What time does it unlock in Japan?
10 p.m. the night before.
How long
The
does it
official
take to
release
download
date.
that?
It took an hour and 50 minutes to download.
Oh damn!
And by the time the install was done, it was already into launch day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh well. That's why
By
they
the way,
started early.
For packaged products, if you're trying to get it first, actually 7-Eleven is probably one of the best ways, right? Because 7-Eleven apparently lets you walk in and pick up the games
At midnight?
at 7 a.m. Oh, I
7
don't
a.m.?
know if you can do it at midnight, but I think they do 7 a.m. pickups.
Yeah. Well, it's better than 9:30 or 10
Yes.
at most.
Sometimes 11. Some of the stores around my place don't open till 11.
Gosh.
They don't close till 12 o'clock though. So I guess I give them give them some leeway on that. But yeah, so you played Smash. So is it good? I mean, I'm not buying it on the 3DS mainly because I don't want to play that type of game on a small screen. I don't.
Oh, you're missing out there.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to play it on the Wii U on the big screen.
Yeah.
I can't follow it.
It is a little hard to see what's going on.
Yeah, I can't follow it on a small screen,
But yeah, it is more of the same, and yeah, there are a bunch more characters, which is nice. I haven't really spent enough time with it to really say conclusively if it's something I'm going to spend a lot more time on.
Who's your character of choice?
Oh, gee, Pac-Man's pretty strong.
Pac-Man? You're not the fitness lady?
No, I'm not the Wii Fit trainer.
Wii Fit? Oh.
But I do like Mega Man
Why?
as a character.
Okay.
Yeah, though his abilities in the game are maybe a bit understated.
Are they patching this, or like is the patches coming on like to tweak it?
We've already had version 1.0.2.
What are they changing? Are they changing people's like?
Well, they added a whole new game mode
strengths?
already.
They added a whole new what?
They added a whole new game mode, right?
Oh really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
So
Apparently.
what was the game mode that they added?
Oh gosh, it's like,
Oh, it's that contest thing, isn't it?
yeah.
You like check constantly what the world ranking is for certain characters or something.
You said it was a new game mode though. So what kind of game mode is it? I mean,
I couldn't figure out how to play it.
what comes with the game when you buy it off the shelf?
Well, you've got your.
I mean, is this fully online? Are you able to play online?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, can you do like you know that what is it? Play. You know where you can have just two consoles in the same like area.
Local, yes.
Look, you can do local.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 players.
You can do local, so only one person needs the cart.
No. It's down. It's not download play. You've got to have. It's just local multiplayer.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the local play where you only need like. Is that a thing where you only need one cart?
No, it doesn't do download play. You each have to have a copy of the game.
So download play though is essentially having one copy of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
really?
distributing it to all the other units, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't. I've never used it. You see, so I wasn't too sure about that. So it doesn't support that then, no.
Nah.
No.
Nah. Okay, cool.
No, but Smash Brothers is good. It's got lots of game modes built in. It's got the normal Smash Brothers fighting mode, but it's also got like a field mode. Everyone runs around collecting items, and you've got like 3 minutes to do it. And if you get the right combination of items, you can like up your stats. You can have like loads and loads of speed stats, so that when you actually play the game, your characters will be like beefed up
so
in a certain
you can
way.
level up your character. So you're not just getting.
Well, you can have customized characters, but there's in field mode. It's like temporary. It's just like everyone's got 3 minutes to level up as much as they want in any direction that they want.
Right.
And then when they go into the battle, like they're all ready with their power ups.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really
That's
cool.
cool.
Actually.
Now, do you think this game is gonna connect with the Wii U version?
It will. Yeah, you can use it as your controller by holding a 3DS.
Yeah, but that's just using the controller. I'm talking about like all of the characters that you've unlocked and all that. Is that going to transfer to the Wii U version? So when you get it, everything's done.
Oh,
Good question.
doubt it.
Get to unlock everything over again?
I imagine
you
you'd
got
have
to
to do it
redo
again.
everything again. Would it be, I mean, surely if you can connect your 3DS to your Wii U as a controller, surely you can send the data from the 3DS
That's
to
true.
the Wii U.
Maybe.
There is
Don't
a
call
Wii U
me
option.
Shirley.
Okay, I won't. So
There is a Wii U option on the main screen, so actually that could be where that happens. Actually,
oh really? Okay, that's cool. No, I'm looking forward to it because my kids were pestering me to get the 3DS version, and I kept saying no because it's too small. I don't want them to get like eye strain, like trying to look at it because it's so small, and because the camera pulls out the camera does pull out, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so when the camera pulls out, and the characters are not exactly the biggest characters in the world either.
No, but they're not doing anything terribly complicated either.
No, but what I'm saying now, I'm talking about the actual some of the characters in size of.
Yeah.
You got some characters really small. You got some characters really tall. So when you zoom out, you just see a
Few pixels, yeah.
few pixels, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to be squinting at that. I don't think.
I think that's fair enough, yeah.
I want. I'll get it for them on the Wii U, no problem. But I don't really want them playing that on the.
Well, here's the other reason you should wait. If you bought for the 3DS, they'd need 2 copies of the game. You'd have to spend $120 on it.
Oh, gosh.
Rather than just buying it for your Wii U, and then everyone can play it on one console.
Yeah, that's a bit bad as well, because I got 2 kids and now we've got 2 3DSs.
Yeah, and there's no download play, which we've just
if
figured
there's no
out.
download play, that's no good, because trying to have 2 kids and having one kid play something else while the other one does something else is difficult. They want to share, or they want to be playing
together, right?
Playing. They want to play together. So
Well, that's why Pokemon and Yokai Watch are kind of evil.
right, I haven't bought them any Yokai Watch stuff either.
Yeah, well, you'd have to have two cartridges for that as well, I think.
Yokai Watch is the same.
Yeah, and it's also the same as Pokemon and Animal Crossing. It's only 1 account per cartridge. You can't have like 2 save files. At least Monster Hunter, you can actually have 3 different save files.
I don't mind them not being able to save. I'm just like let them open up and let them play together. But once the connections terminated, the second player doesn't get to keep any of that info. I don't know.
It's only a multiplayer version of the game anyway. Download play doesn't send the whole game over. It just gives you that multiplayer level that they can play together.
Oh well, yeah. As I said, Wii U version. Waiting for that. It was announced, right? The date for that.
The Wii U version is December
6th.
6th. Yeah.
Yeah, December 6th, and the US is before that, right? It's November something.
Yeah, I remember people were quite excited about that.
Yeah, because Japan didn't get it before everyone else.
They were like, yeah, finally America's getting something first. But it's like, wait, you guys got lots of things first. Mario Kart was a worldwide release, right?
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Mario Kart 8 came out the same day for all countries, I think.
It was pretty close.
Pokemon, they've started releasing that all around the world on the same day. They got PlayStation 4 like a third of a year before us as well, and Xbox One about a year before, so I would say that America's doing quite well.
Yeah, but, I mean that's home console though, right? That's home console. Japan's not really into the home console anymore.
That's true.
If it doesn't fit in your pocket, they're not really interested.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
If you can't sit on the train and play it, they don't want to play it. Maybe remote play with but that's not really going to work because you haven't got a constant connection.
I did try remote play on my Vita on 3G, and it was surprisingly playable.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I do play my PS4 on my Vita at work sometimes, and yeah, it works. It totally works. It's fine. Even when I was at TGS, there was some people playing Destiny
On the Vitas?
on the Vita and the machine was in like LA.
No way.
Yeah, so they were able to play it as well, which is it's quite interesting to see that happen. It's cool.
That is a game I've been playing recently, actually. If we're on the topic of recent games, got Destiny.
You played
And
that?
It's great.
Really?
I haven't played it recently with all this 3DS stuff happening for me recently, but I got to about, I don't know, level 13 or 14 or something. Apparently it really kicks off after level 20.
Yeah, that's what I've been listening and hearing, but yeah, Destiny's. I don't know if I want to get into it. Is that a game for you, Cheesy?
What game?
Destiny.
No, I'm not interested in shooters.
Yeah. I mean, I am interested in some shooters, but not the whole Destiny universe. It just doesn't seem very appealing.
Really, Destiny? Did you ever play Halo?
Yeah, on and off.
Halo is like, what I noticed with Destiny is you go into the game and you're not shooting other people. Like Killzone, you're shooting other people, and COD, you're shooting other people. But in Halo and Destiny, you're like shooting these really stupid aliens. And that's not to say that aliens are stupid. It's just that they've programmed them to be dumb. Like, they jump out of corners, shoot you, and then they go back and they do it exactly the same way. And it's like, you don't feel like you're fighting humans.
Does that not depend on what kind of level setting you're playing on?
I just felt like it was a Bungie.
Well, I always felt
thing.
like the grunts in Halo, the little guys.
Yeah.
They were just cannon fodder. They were just there to just mow down.
See, I just feel like maybe I should play Destiny in a harder mode or something. But a lot of the characters just jump out and just want to die, and I feel like I enjoy that more than playing Killzone, because, well, Killzone or any like COD or that, it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm online just dying all the time, not enjoying myself.
Well, you are if you're going to be online, you're going to get killed every 5 seconds.
It's true, yeah.
if you're not in like the elite bracket, you might as well not play online unless you're just playing with a bunch of friends. As soon as you go online and you're playing with randoms, you're just going to get killed every 5 seconds.
Yeah, and they're almost all going to be much younger than me and just better at games than me. That's life.
What can you say? I mean, when I was their age, I could beat my dad at games he played. You know what I mean? It just goes in cycles.
Yeah.
So, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah. But no, Destiny, I liked it. I thought it was good.
You did?
Yeah.
You playing it on the PS4?
Yeah, I think in Japan we've only got it on PS4 for now.
Yes, it's not on anything else. It's PS4 only in Japan.
Yeah.
So, okay, I played, been trying to play Drive Club.
Hey, how's that going?
You know what? Drive Club's developed in the UK, right? So you'd expect when it comes to Japan that it would be localized. The localization would still be there.
Yeah.
They've taken it out.
Oh no.
So it's Japanese only. Even though your machine is set to English, it's in Japanese only. You cannot change the language in the menus or anything like that. It's really annoying.
That's very disappointing.
Because normally when like Sony games come from the West and they come to Japan, they leave the English localization in it.
Yeah.
And it changes on whether or not your system is set to English or if it's set to Japanese or whatever. It changes that way. But they've taken it out. So it was kind of, I mean, I don't have a problem playing with it like that, but when it comes down to the social side, although I can't really get to the social side because the servers are still down, which is kind of like server gate. But yeah, so the servers are still down, so I can't even connect anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the whole idea of a game being produced and developed in the West, then coming over here and then getting stripped of all of its English content when other games are not stripped, kind of feels strange.
I feel like it's happening more and more though. Diablo 3 came out on PS4.
No, I'm talking about like Sony developed games, because the majority of Sony developed games within the West have English. So like if you bought Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, they were all in English. They had the option to switch to Japanese, but the English was left there.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they would pull that. Just seems more work to pull it out. No, I don't know. I'm really not sure, but yeah, I was kind of upset with that at first. But like after playing the game, I was like, no, I'm not. I was actually thinking of taking it back to the store because of that. But I started to play it, and I was like, I ain't taking this back to the store. It's too good. I really like it. As I said in the TGS podcast, it was my favorite game of TGS.
Really?
And it's pretty much my favorite game at the moment.
It hasn't been getting fantastic reviews though, has it?
I don't think the reviews that are coming out reflect on it, or how people who are playing it like racing games. I really don't know. As a racing game, I think it plays really well. I think some people don't like some of the choices in it. So for example, I had a discussion on Twitter the other day. I was saying that the lighting is beautiful and racing in dusk. You can barely see anywhere you go where you go, and you can barely see the track in the dusk, in the time of the day.
Yeah.
And and then all of us, and then like you be racing around these winding roads, and then the sun will like come up and it'll be bursting through the trees, and then you'd be like, "Whoa, mabushi! Can't see, can't see, mabushi!" And you got the sun like in your eyes, and then again, so the lighting changes again, and you can't see. Some people find that frustrating and don't like it, but I really enjoy that because that happens to me when I'm driving.
Yeah.
And I think translating that into a racing game it's a little bit. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
I think I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet. That sounds really cool.
I really enjoy it. I'm just looking forward to getting online with it.
So what are these special features that make it Drive Club rather than just a normal racing game? It's basically stuff like there's these mini challenges.
Yeah, but I can't really get into any of that because it's all like where the servers are based. It's all online on the server. So
the single player game doesn't have any of those features?
It's got some like AI stuff or CPU stuff that it's put over the top. It'll say like between this corner and this corner you have to like hit a certain speed or keep within a certain speed or get to a certain speed or do a drift for so many meters or whatever, or how many yards or whatever. So it's got like challenges, but they're like CPU based, but they're not obviously anything to do with the community or your club that you're in, because obviously it's not online yet because the servers are still down. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the servers going back up. I've also been playing Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox One, and that's a hell of a game. They're both different enough to warrant playing. I play both of them. Forza Horizon 2 is basically it's open world racing. So you not only do you get like point to point and track racing, but you also get like off road as well because it's an open world. You can basically go wherever you want and just drive around.
Wow.
And it looks pretty good as well. I don't think it's got the fidelity of Drive Club because it's open world.
Yeah.
It's doing a lot more in terms of like what it's got to focus on. Whereas Drive Club, it's got to focus on like here's the track. So yeah, focus on that. You don't have to worry about like over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Whereas Forza's got to like worry about. The player can just stop anywhere they want, turn around and go up into the hills or whatever.
But you can't get out of the car in Forza.
No, you can't get out the car, no, but there's a lot of destructible stuff in the environment, so you can just like, you can be driving along the floor and like, there's a big a field of crops and stuff, and then you can just turn off and just drive through this crop field. And it's great because especially if you're in car view, some of the crop fields are higher than your actual driving view. So you can't see anything other than crops like hitting the windscreen. And so it kind of forces you to like pop out the view to actually see the car, to see where you're going. Because you're in the car view and you're kind of driving blind and you got no clue where you're going. Because I turn off all the visual indicators. So like normally there's like a driver's line and stuff like that. I turn all that off. So it gives you, like, if you're in a race, it'll give you a marker, and like the marker's red, and you can kind of see that. But like when you're in a cornfield or in a field with like wheat or whatever, and you've got the wheat like hitting the windscreen, you can barely see that red mark. So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. But I think the thing I find most exciting about Forza is the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah?
I love the radio stations. Yes, the soundtrack's amazing. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Kind of wish Drive Club had the same soundtrack, but
what's it sound like in Drive Club?
The soundtrack in Drive Club
is it like Wipeout?
It's by one artist by the name of Hybrid, and I'm not too sure if I like some of his stuff, but not everything he does, and I'm not too sure I like having one artist do an entire game.
Yeah.
Too purebred for you, huh?
No, it's not that. I like sometimes like being diverse. I like sometimes a lot of different artists because it's diverse.
So you'd rather have a hybridized soundtrack?
There you go. have that. Yeah, so I've been playing that. Played my Xbox One again, and I played some D4, which is a game by Swery. And I played the whole game using Kinect.
Wow.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Really?
Had me jumping towards the TV. It had me jumping backwards. It basically to like look for stuff around the environment. You're using your hands and like kind of grabbing the side of the screen and like dragging it across the screen to like change your perspective. It's kind of like I don't know if you've played any like the Walking Dead by Telltale Games. Those type of games, like the point and click, the adventure game. It's like that, but using Kinect. It's got its own visual art style. It's got characters like from the Boston area, but I'm not from Boston, but those accents don't sound very good. It's like really cheesy accents, really kind of like if you remember like Heavy Rain.
Oh yeah.
That kind of caliber of voice talent. It's not great. kind of laughable at times. It's got its own unique sense of humor about it. I mean, you know, Swery, so yeah, it's very different. It's basically you're trying to solve your wife's murder. Yeah, whose name's Peggy, and the character that you play is the guy called, I think it's David Young, I think, and he keeps saying Peggy, 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 and it drives me nuts. I just wish he'd shut up saying his wife's name.
What is that PS3 game? It wasn't Rain. It was something like it.
Heavy Rain.
Oh, it's Heavy Rain.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, Heavy
sorry.
Rain. Yeah.
I thought you just said Rain. There was another game that was just called Rain, right?
Yeah, that was a different type of game. Yeah.
Okay. Never.
But yeah, no, this Swery game's great. It's set up as like a TV show, so it's all in chapters. So like when you finish like the chapter, it'll say like previously on, and it'll go through like some like quick cutscenes of what you did, like previously and stuff. And some of the voice dialogue is like, wow, who wrote this? Because it's some of it's awful, some of it's like laugh out loud awful. Some of the characters is just like, wow, who made these characters up and who was on the LSD when they did? But I really liked it because it was different. It's just got its own. It doesn't care what other people are doing. It's like, this is what we are. This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go ahead with it, and we're not going to be bothered about what other people think of us. And I like it because of that. And I like it, the fact that you can play it with Kinect or you can play it with a controller, and it gives you a choice. There's some funny things with the Kinect though. You're having a fight you're on an airplane, and you're having a fight on the airplane, and during the middle of the fight you pick up this megaphone. I'm not too sure where the megaphone came from, but you pick up a megaphone and you have to scream into the megaphone, which means you have to scream into your Kinect.
Oh no.
That's a Japanese-friendly game, not?
It's not. I was playing at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I woke my family up.
Good job.
I was screaming, but
and probably your neighbors as well.
I don't care about neighbors.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. I laughed out loud several times.
Gee.
It's
how good was the Kinect features? Did it feel gimmicky?
Kinect worked.
Did you feel like it made you feel like you were in the game and you forgot you were using Kinect, or did you keep or were you constantly thinking, "Hey, this is quite cool. I like Kinect."
It asks you to do stuff like as I said, you're fighting somebody and it's asking you to swing punches and dodge left and right. And I'm doing natural things to dodge. I'm dodging left and right. I'm throwing a punch. I'm doing a right hook. I'm doing natural things. I'm not doing like anything overly like complicated to do what's on the screen. So I mean, it kind of connects there.
That's good.
Like for example, the dude throws a baseball at you, and you pretend you've got a baseball bat in your hand and you swing and you hit it. And, you know, or there's a bit where you've got to catch a ball, but the ball is going away from you, so you've got to dive towards the screen with your hand out, and it can tell the depth. The Kinect can do depth, right?
Yeah, it does.
So you've got to dive towards your TV with your hand out to catch the ball. If you don't, you miss it. But if you dive towards the screen, with your hand out, you'll catch it. But it's natural to do that
That's pretty awesome.
because you see the ball going away from you, and obviously you want to catch it, so you go towards it.
And if you go too far, you just actually hit the TV.
Yeah, you could probably break your TV instead of like it'd be like remember we have a problem with all the remotes in it. It'll be like that, except we'd connect with people's heads stuck in the TV.
Oh god!
But I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next episode or the next season. I suppose. Don't I really enjoyed it, and I definitely think that if you've got an Xbox One and you haven't bought it, give it a try. It's $15. It kind of came out like they kind of like just dropped it with no advertising behind it at all. It came out on the day of TGS, which I kind of feel sorry for Swery.
Kind of a bad time to announce a game.
Don't announce it. You released it with no announcement. They just went, "Hey, it's out." And they were like, "What?"
Yeah, not good.
I felt bad because no game should be dropped like that.
Yeah.
Not without any kind of an announcement. And to do that, it feels like it's this game and they've said, listen, we just need to get this out. We don't want anything to do with it anymore. We're just going to get it out because it feels like it was somebody's project that was on Xbox before Phil Spencer's kind of turned it round. Because I think Phil Spencer's done a lot to right the ship because it was sinking.
Well,
with a lot of the policies that they came up with.
Yeah, but that game was just sent to die.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it feels like it was somebody else's game, and it feels like they just said, or it feels like the person who was like actually in charge of it no longer works at Microsoft anymore. They fired everybody, and they just said, "Listen, we just need to get rid of it now. We just need just get it out the door. Let's move on."
Well, at least it was released and not killed, right?
Yeah. So
like Mega Man,
that kind of feels like that. Well, we've got Mighty Number 9. That's the new Mega Man, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you've got an Xbox One and you've got a spare $15, I'd give it a try because it's bizarre.
Okay.
It's really bizarre. There's the characters are really quirky. The art style is different. Some of it's some people don't like it, but I mean the art style. I'm saying some people don't like the visual art style. Very, I don't know. Yeah, go play it if you've got it. Go play it. Anyways, let's move on. Anybody played anything else? I did play Bayonetta.
What, 2?
Yeah.
How's it?
It's great. Although I just feel like it's boss after boss after boss after boss. And I don't know. I'm not too sure if I like that.
It's strange, actually, because you'd have thought that Japan would be all over that. Like, most games coming out in Japan are just boss after boss after boss.
Put it on the Wii U, it's the wrong platform. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
Well, I think they were trying to think that they would attract new customers.
I think they should just...
a different demographic, but the demographic who buy Wii U in Japan is definitely not buying...
No. How many did Bayonetta 2 sell in the end?
God knows, it was like 40,000 units on like the first week or something like that.
Even? Was it even that high?
Something quite poor. Which is a shame because again, Platinum Games, they produce and make quality games. Their games are great, but they always seem to, I don't know.
I only played a bit of the first
with the wrong publisher, or the publisher doesn't have faith in the game and doesn't market it properly, or I don't know. I feel really bad for them because they do make quality games. They've got great people there. But I mean, Bayonetta. I mean, it's good, but I'm not too sure if I like the whole. It just feels like you're in an arena fighting a boss, and then you move to another arena, and the bit in between, there's not much there. and you just move into another arena, and you're going to fight another new boss, another bunch of bosses, and then you get to another arena, and then there's an even bigger boss.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, the bosses are great; they're really well thought of and stuff.
I just can't help but feel that that's where Japanese gaming is, actually. Especially with Monster Hunter. Like, we've got Monster Collection games, and that's all about getting from boss to boss with monsters, getting strong enough to beat the next boss. And then Monster Hunter is all about the boss monster at the end. And, like, every game that comes out on the Vita is just a boss-killing game. God Eater is a boss-killing game. Tokiden is a boss-killing game. What else has come out?
That's all that Sony has tried on the Vita in order to make up for the loss of Monster Hunter. They had a whole campaign with fighting monster fighting game Sensei, and it just fell flat on its face entirely.
It just hasn't worked at all.
So
no, it hasn't, which is a shame because, I mean, they're good games. I mean, Soul Sacrifice is a good game.
It is a good game, actually. I got that as well.
So...
But
yeah,
people go for the brand name. It's like they look at the Vita, see a couple of no-name monster fighters, and then they look at the 3DS and they see Monster Hunter, and they're like, "Oh well, it can't be helped," and they buy the 3DS.
True. But yeah, as I said, Bayonetta was great. In the Japanese one, it came with Bayonetta 1 and 2 in the same box.
Did it cost extra?
Good deal. I've been meaning to pick it up.
Didn't cost any extra. Apparently the Wii U version of Bayonetta 1 is actually better than the 360 version.
Yeah, apparently the definitive version now.
It's the definitive version, so that's good.
Right.
Although I don't have a pro controller, so I was playing on the gamepad, and I couldn't carry on playing it after a while. It's like there's only so long I can play a game like Bayonetta on the gamepad. It's just too big.
Did you switch to the Pro Controller?
I don't have one, so I couldn't.
What?
Oh, so you don't have Mario Kart then?
I have Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart, but you don't have Pro Controllers.
No, I got Wiimotes and the gamepad, and that's it.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
So
I sometimes have Mario Kart parties for the people around who live near me, and we tried with some Wiimotes. We had 2 Wiimotes. We had like 1 Pro Controller, and I don't know, whatever it happened, we ended up having to buy Pro Controllers. Like, it just, people couldn't tolerate the Wiimote or the nunchuck combination.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, I did that, so that was good. Yeah, it's got a lot of laugh out loud moments, and it's a lot of like, I'm glad my wife isn't watching because this is kind of embarrassing. There's a lot of crotch shots.
Oh gee.
Yeah. I'm right though, right?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
Oh, yeah. I thought you bought it.
I've been meaning to, but I haven't gotten to it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of crotch shots. So if you're a fan of that, yeah, you're in for the winner.
Oh boy!
But don't play it in front of your wife because you'll kind of feel embarrassed.
Duly noted.
I played Fatal Frame as well.
Mm-hmm.
In the dark.
Yeah, and I took it back to the store. I couldn't carry on with it anymore. You know, the Japanese are really good with psychological thrillers, right? And they get in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if how do you feel about Japanese horror?
I don't care for it myself. I don't care for any horror myself.
Well, I'm generally a bit of a wuss when it comes to horror, but Japanese horror is kind of more psychological as well. That it gets in your head. And Fatal Frame is one of those games. Even though it's like anime depicted, it's not anime depicted. It's not anime, but it's obviously not
style.
It's a style, but it still gets in your head because of the subject matter. And I had ghosts and dolls and baby dolls as children dolls and stuff, and like cutting each other's throats and generally just freaking me out.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. Running around in a forest at night with just a torch and a camera, and I've got kids slashing each other's throats, and then their ghosts coming to get me, and yeah, I was like,
who needs that?
I need to stop. I'm getting freaked out, and it just got too intense for me. But visually, it's a stunning game. Use the Wii pad as your camera, so you orientate the Wiimote as a camera. So if you can hold it in portrait and landscape to take different photographs. If you hold it in like landscape, you've got to catch the spirits of the ghosts. So basically, depending on what kind of orientation you hold the gamepad, you've got to try and get as many spirits in the shot of your camera. So depending on how the orientation is dependent on how many ghosts you've got in it. So it's nice being able to move and manipulate your Wii U pad to try and capture as many ghosts as possible. It's really interesting. It's a good effect. Yeah, it's just I just couldn't carry on anymore. It just kept freaking me out, and I was like, nah, game over, man. So yeah, I took it back to the store, and that was the end of that. I don't think I can do that alone. I mean, I can only play games at night because I don't play games during the day, and at night time, yeah. So,
extra freaky.
Well, my room's like tatami room as well, with like traditional Japanese sliding doors. So when someone like opens the door slowly, it's like they've got that noise, and like that freaked me out as well. When one night my wife came in, but she opened the door really slowly. She didn't know what I was doing, and she opened it really slowly, and I could hear in the corner of my hearing, like the doors just like opening really slowly, and I was already in a freaky room with dead kids in it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's it, enough. Can't do it anymore. So I took it back to the store. I actually only lost 600 yen. So I got freaked out for 600 yen.
Is there a large market for that? These horror games, and on the Wii U as well?
I have no idea. Not absolutely no idea. I think
what is the market that they are going for? I just can't understand.
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of games recently, and I'm quite happy about it because I was at a point where I wasn't playing anything, and I didn't want to play anything. But I've started to get back into the role of things, and I'm quite happy where things are going. Playing is good. Play with my kids. My kids like it. So my kids are both getting old enough now to actually be able to play competitively now. Like both kids can play Mario Kart to a pretty high. I mean, my son's only 3, but he can still play it. My daughter can beat me, but that's not saying much though, because Cheesy could destroy me. But
yeah,
but my daughter she can beat me now as well. So it's fun. It's nice. I enjoy it. So it's just nice to be able to do it. So it's cool. So on that note, I think we should call it a night because it's 2 a.m.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
So yeah, it's literally 2 a.m. Anyways, so right, if you want to catch us on the Twitter, Cheesemeister, how do we find you?
It's at Cheesemeister3K.
Okay, Chris?
I am at Nihongo Gamer.
And I am DJmizuhara. You can find us. We have a home on NeoGAF. It's under the RedSunGamer thread. I think all our podcasts go into the one thread. You can talk to us there. Yeah. I have a YouTube channel, which is RedSunGamer TV. Chris, you also have a YouTube channel, right?
That's right. It is just whatever the YouTube address / Nihongo Gamer.
Okay. Actually, one thing before you go. You recently got a 3DS and a Vita to be able to capture directly, right?
I did, actually, yeah.
So, you want to tell them what that is just before you go?
Just briefly then, there's a shop in Akihabara, which is next to Traders, which is a very popular second-hand game shop. and it's in a completely, you would never know it was in that building. It looks just like a blank office building. You go in, and it's just these three people modifying 3DSs and PS Vitas of any model except the new Nintendo 3DS to record to your computer, and it doesn't give the console an HDMI out. It only gives it a USB output.
Aww.
So you can't view the footage without the software, which is a it's just a viewer, and the data comes in through USB.
But it's fine, which is fine because it's not even 720p. It's like 500.
It's a lot less than that.
It's like 576p or something like that from the Vita.
Yeah, but what it does do actually, which is interesting in the software, is you can change the resolution of the back buffer, and that will give it. You can almost improve the quality of the picture compared to the actual original picture, and that's just using like bilinear filtering and that sort of thing.
So what does this means that you can record direct footage from like Nintendo games, 3DS games, and Vita games, right?
Yep.
So that's what you're currently doing on your site, on your YouTube
just,
channel, right?
And the thing is, with the YouTube channel, I really started it wanting to help people learn Japanese, and I was filming games, and the screen was too dark at the wrong angle, or just not big enough for people to actually read what was actually going on the screen. So not having those mods was a bit annoying, basically. So I went and got that done, but at a price. It costs like $200 per console.
Right.
To get it done.
Yeah, you need the console. If you don't have the console, you got to put the console price on top of that.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. I gave them my old consoles, but I was fine with that.
Yeah, but you now have. But what you can do is you can plug that into your computer, and then if you got a HDMI out on your computer, you can put that into your TV. Exactly,
yeah. So I've got this box. It's by Hopage or Hopag. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's a PVR rocket box, and it just records directly to a USB memory stick with no other software. So you don't need to plug. I don't need to plug a computer into a computer. It just does it standalone, which is really good.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'd highly recommend it if anyone is into doing game capture and making YouTube videos. It's really, really good. Just the problem is the software doesn't have its own recording feature built in or anything. And if I'm not mistaken,
it just allows you to view it, right?
You just view it. I think there's a software and a guy in America called Loopy or something. I think he mods 3DSs as well, which lets you. And I think his software has got a recorder like built into the software. But I don't know about that. The one I did is called Cat's Kitty.
Cat's Kitty, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently everyone thinks that Cat's Kitty is a girl called Kitty. It's actually not. It's a guy called Katsuki, and he thought it would be easier to remember if he changed the end part to Kitty. So it's a guy called Katsuki.
Yeah, I know. I follow him on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I follow him on Twitter. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up for podcast 65, and hopefully everybody was recording. Yes. Anyway, so I'm gonna say thank you for listening, and we'll catch you again soon on RedSunGamer. So let's go to some of this.
New Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo New New Nintendo 3DS